23 Marion Street, 2371 Ness Avenue, or 1353 McPhillips. For the Goldeyes tonight, Luis Allen is the catcher. Casey Harther starts at first base. Brad Boyer's at second. Cassio Greider is at shortstop. Josh Mazzola starts at third base. Adam Heisler in left. Reggie Abercrombie in center. And Chris Robinson will start in right field after two straight nights of Tillman Pugh in right field. Chris Robinson, the Canadian, gets the start tonight. Kyle Anderson is on the mound. Your Goldeyes starting pitcher brought to you by Shaw On Demand. Visit us online at shaw.ca. Tell us about Kyle Anderson.
Well, the left-hander, Scott, he's had a bit of a slow start compared to what we saw last year from Anderson, but he's coming off his first win since June 9th. Survived a 40-pitch first inning. He's going to give you a fastball, curveball, and the real key for Kyle Anderson is the curve in order to get things going. He'll throw the change, but he's got to get the spin going on in order to have success.
Yeah, when Kyle's at his best, he's thumbing that ball pretty good. Your Goldeyes starting pitcher, Kyle Anderson, brought to you by Shaw On Demand. With more than 10,000 on-demand titles, you won't miss a thing. The Thunderheads starting lineup is brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com. Stepping in is Jordan Gaida, the former Goldeye. He'll lead it off and play left field. Here's the first pitch of the ball game from Kyle Anderson. It's in there for strike one, and the game's opening pitch is brought to you by Metro Center Limited, your source for all things trailer, located at 620 Nairn Avenue. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Tough play for Cassio Greider. It's in the dirt and picked out by Casey Harther. Nice job at first base by Harther. And the Goldeyes get Jordan Gaida on a ground out to shortstop.
Real good play there, Scott. Greider charging the ball. Caught kind of an in-between hop and then
that was a tough play. The ball wasn't hit very hard at all.
Skipped his throw, but Casey Harther with a brilliant scoop over at first base. We know Gaida runs pretty well for a guy who's normally a catcher. Got down the line pretty quickly.
Jordan Gaida starting in left field. Corey Bass is the hitter. He's the catcher tonight. He hit 250. No home runs, 13 driven in. Here's the first pitch to Corey Bass, and it's right down the middle for strike one. Logan Vick will bat third. He's the right fielder, best player in the team, hitting 329. And then Juan Martinez is the cleanup hitter, followed by Dexter Kierstad, Stefan Gartrell, Rene Leverett, Geraldo Valentin, and Christian Ibarra.
There was that curveball right there. Looping curve just outside.
Pitch misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Corey Bass.
As I mentioned, Scott, Anderson was on the ropes in that game against Kansas City, but got his way out of it. Gave up only 2 runs, one of which was earned in that 5-inning appearance where he gave up 7 hits, walked 1, and struck out 4.
Final score, Goldeyes 14, Kansas City 2. Josh Mazzola becomes the home run king of Goldeyes baseball with a 2-run bomb late in the game. He made it 9-2. They still put 5 more up in the 9th. Pitch misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strike, counts full to the catcher, Corey Bass.
That was a big series for the Goldeyes. Winning the last 3 games of that series really gave them some momentum going into the break.
There's a ground ball to Greider at short. Another tough hop. He handles it. Fires to first. 2 up, 2 ground balls to Cassio Greider at shortstop. And that'll bring up the most dangerous player on this team, Logan Vick. Let's have another look at Cassio at short.
Yeah, another slow roller to short. Greider fields it cleanly this time. Fires it over to Harther. Greider, on our last broadcast, Greider had a little bit of trouble defensively. He was just coming back off that abdominal injury, but looking pretty solid early in the contest here. Starting to settle in. He's had a few more games under his belt. Nice 2-day break would have helped get a little bit of rest going into the series as well.
On Wednesday night, the Goldeyes won at 7-0 and a 4-hitter by Nick Hernandez. Here's Anderson's first pitch to Logan Vick. The curveball is in there for a strike. Logan Vick had 3 of the 4 hits, a double in the first inning and 2 singles. Rene Leverett, a former Quebec Capital, was the only other player to get a hit. Anderson kicks and delivers. That's on the corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Logan Vick. If you can keep Vick off the base pass, you're in pretty good shape. Logan Vick has 30 stolen bases to go with his .329 average.
The speedster.
Curveball, swing and a miss. And a 3-up, 3-down inning to start it for Kyle Anderson, and that's exactly what Rick Forney was looking for. Nothing across for the Amarillo Thunderheads here in the downtown ballpark. You're looking at downtown Winnipeg. It's gorgeous. It's Amarillo nothing with Winnipeg coming to bat. This is Goldeyes Baseball. It's live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
Welcome back to the ballpark. The Thunderheads starting defensive alignment is brought to you by Taco Time with 3 locations in Winnipeg at 23 Marion Street, 2371 Ness Avenue, or 1353 McPhillips. Corey Bass is the catcher. Rene Leverett, the former Quebec Capital at first base. Geraldo Valentin is the second baseman. Juan Martinez is at short. And the youngster from LSU, Christian Ibarra, is at third base. Former Goldeye, Jordan Guida, starts in left field. Dexter Kierstad is the center fielder. And Logan Vick, the speedster and the star of this team, is in right field. Matt Larkins, who leads the league in starts, is the starting pitcher tonight. The Thunderheads starting defensive alignment brought to you by Taco Time, with 3 locations to serve you right here in Winnipeg. Tonight's Thunderhead starting pitcher is brought to you by Shaw On Demand. Visit us online at shaw.ca. Tell us about Matt Larkins.
Matt Larkins, Scott, is probably the ace of the staff for Amarillo. He's from Corona, California. Went to UC Riverside, 6'1", 220. 6-2 this year, 303 earned run average, making his 16th start. You're going to see him rely on his cutter. That's his kind of go-to pitch. You can also see a curve, slider, and a change. Coming off an impressive 8-inning performance that saw him get the victory over the Sioux Falls Canaries on July 26th.
Thunderhead starting pitcher brought to you by Shaw On Demand. With more than 10,000 on-demand titles, you won't miss a thing. The Goldeyes starting lineup is brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com. Adam Heisler, the team's leading hitter, leads it off, followed by Chris Robinson from Uxbridge, Ontario. He bats second. Casey Harther is the third hitter, and then Josh Mazzola, the team's all-time home run leader, with 66, and the leading home run hitter in the league today with 16, bats fourth. Reggie Abercrombie hits fifth. Brad Boyer sixth. Luis Allen bats seventh. Ryan Babineau will be the DH tonight and hit eighth, and Cassio Grider is the shortstop batting ninth. That's the Goldeyes starting lineup brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com. Here's the first pitch to Adam Heisler. It's on the corner for strike one. I suspect Henry Lemoyne, historically, or Hank as he likes to be known, the home plate umpire, will give us a pretty good pitcher's strike zone. Larkin's pitch is fouled off quickly. 0-2 to Adam Heisler.
Yeah, that's always been the case too when he was behind the plate in the Winnipeg Senior Leagues and the MSBL as well.
Bobby Feaster is at first base tonight, and Kyle Goluba is at third. 0-2 the count to Heisler. Here's the pitch. That just misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Heisler. He's having an enormous season.
Big month as well.
83 hits in 250 at-bats, 13 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 31 driven in, and 24 stolen bases.
He's really settled in nicely. Really done a nice job at the top of the order. 488 average in his last 10 games.
He is red hot, just like the Goldeyes. A ground ball up the middle for a base hit. When you got it going, you got it going. And Heisler singles to open it up. Now we have to watch to see if he steals. First hit of the game for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, brought to you by the University of Winnipeg. This year, the Goldeyes leading hitter will win the Tear the Cover Off the Ball trophy, presented by the University of Winnipeg. The current leader, that man on first base, Adam Heisler, hitting .334. Pretty good.
Yeah, good piece of hitting, Scott. Just hit the ball where it was pitched, drove it right up the middle past Larkins. Something that we watch as the game goes on. Heisler with 6 multi-hit games in his last 12 games, so he has been red hot for the Goldeyes.
First pitch to Robinson is in there for strike one. Heisler, as we mentioned, has 24 stolen bases. He is 5th in the league. Michael Lang of Sioux City leads with 35. Logan Vick of Amarillo has 30. So we'll see what Heisler does. He's certainly thinking about going to second base. Pitch to Robinson in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Chris Robinson. Robinson comes in hitting .276. He has a homer and 6 driven in.
It's been a real nice find for the Goldeyes.
Tremendous.
Filling one of the rookie slots. He's taking a real good approach at the plate, the young Canadian.
Went to Moorhead State University in Kentucky. There goes Heisler. Robinson was protecting the plate and fouled it off. The hit and run was on, or the run and hit in this case. One ball and 2 strikes to Robinson. Robinson went to Moorhead State in Kentucky, same place Chad Posthumus from Winnipeg went to school to play basketball. Posthumus, of course, the leading rebounder in his senior year in NCAA Division I basketball. Went on to play pro in Japan. 1-2 to Robinson. Here's the pitch by Larkins. It's outside, 2-2.
Larkins was a member of the South squad at the All-Star game here at Shaw Park last year. Only worked a third of an inning. No hits. No walks, no strikeouts, no runs allowed.
2-2 the count to Robinson. There's the pitch, and there's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Solid single to center for Chris Robinson. Heisler will hold at second base. So back-to-back singles from Heisler, and Robinson will bring up Casey Harther. This is a Goldeyes team we haven't seen all year. By the way, right behind Chris Robinson, that's the lower patio deck. All season, all weekend long for the long weekend. Yep. It is not sold corporately, so I'm going down there tomorrow night to watch the game.
Impressive. Another real good piece of hitting by Robinson. Rick Forney told me before the game he's really liked the approach the youngster has taken throughout the course of the year. Really done a nice job, and he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, as we saw right there.
So runners at first and second with nobody out. Pitch to Casey Harther is in there for strike 1. As I was saying, this is a Goldeyes team we haven't seen all year. First 2 guys come up and wrap singles up the middle. Yep. And no hesitation, swinging hard, looking for their pitch. One strike to Harther.
Seems to be a renewed air of confidence around this group right now.
Larkins delivers. That's low. 1-1 to Casey Harther. Harther comes in hitting .313. He has 4 home runs and 48 driven in. With 48 runs batted in, he's 4th in the American Association.
Another solid season for the Goldeyes first baseman.
Pitch is low, 2 balls and a strike to Harther.
And we'll get into it over the course of the game, but you know, I think that Josh Mazzola really hit the nail on the head. With the addition of Reggie Abercrombie, there just seems to have been a change in that clubhouse, and I think he's such a good leader, both in terms of being a vocal leader and leading by example, that Abercrombie has really lifted the spirits of this group.
Another pitch misses. 3-1 now to Harther. I think he has, and I think Abercrombie was the change this team needed. It was down in the dumps. There was no fun in that room. It just wasn't an enjoyable place. And now it's party time again like it was last year.
Yeah, Nick Hernandez told me the energy level's just been able to
rise. There go the runners, and there's a ground ball the other way. It's handled by the second baseman, Geraldo Valentin. Harther is out at first base, but both runners move up 90 feet into scoring position. That's as good as a bunt.
Yep, move the runners over. That's what you want to see, and that was, you know, maybe a couple feet over from being a real fantastic break for the Goldeyes. Both runners break, but the second baseman thought about maybe covering the bag and then realized he better just try to make the play.
Here's your cleanup hitter for tonight, brought to you by Multi-Material Stewardship of Manitoba. On average, Manitobans recycled nearly 75 kilograms per person last year, but we can still do more. Find recycling tips and more at simplyrecycle.ca. And Josh Mazzola, with runners at second and third, your Goldeyes cleanup hitter tonight takes ball 1 from Matt Larkins. He has 2 runners in scoring position. Robinson at second and Heisler at third. Larkins kicks, delivers, and there's a ground ball foul. This is a situation that Josh Mazzola just loves. He has 46 runs batted in. He would love to create something right here.
He's put together a pretty solid season himself. .315 average, 16 bombs, 46 driven in.
Maybe his best season yet. Maybe he's working on his best season as a Goldeye.
Very impressive so far.
Larkin's pitch, and there's a ground ball, foul again.
And we talk about it all the time, but just the versatility that Mazzola has shown this year has been fantastic. Settled back in now at third base where he's very comfortable and has done a very good job. But this is a guy that's probably one of the best right fielders in the league, and he's not even playing his best
Regular position. Yeah, you're right.
He's done it a bit, but he's going to be called upon to be the third baseman down the stretch for this Winnipeg Goldeyes club that is in pursuit of that wild card, which is currently held by the Kansas City T-Balls, who coincidentally are coming to town on the weekend.
Coincidentally. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Saturday night at 6, Sunday afternoon at 1:30, and Monday at 4. The Kansas City T-Bones, if the Goldeyes could sweep that one, they'd be right back in the thick of the battle. They have passed the Amarillo Thunderheads already this week. Pitch is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Josh Mazzola. The Goldeyes do have a number of teams that they have to catch to get to Kansas City. Right now, they've passed Amarillo. They're tied with Gary. They got to get past Laredo and Joplin as well. 2-2, the count to Mazzola. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Larkins makes a nice play, and he'll get Mazzola at first. What a great play by Larkins. Heisler scores easily if that gets past Larkins, and it might be an infield hit. Great job by the pitcher.
Yeah, very nice job of fielding his position, as you're going to see right here. This is a couple of feet from being over his head and causing some real stress for Amarillo. Instead, Larkins fields his position with that diving stab, looks the runner back to third, and gets it over to first to retire Mazzola for the second out of the inning.
So now there's 2 out. Here's Abercrombie. Coming in hitting .256. He has a homer and 8 driven in. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Last night, the Goldeyes didn't hit much. They had 8 hits in total, but they got big hits with 2 out and runners in scoring position. They got a 2-out triple from Heisler and then a 2-out double from Tillman Pugh. Pitch way outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Reggie.
Yeah, speaking of nice additions, Abercrombie and Hughes really fit in nicely as well. Reggie having a good laugh there. Again, that just got that magnetic smile and personality. Really kind of uplifts the spirits of those who are around him. But he also plays very hard between the lines.
Pitch to Reggie is right down the middle for strike 1. 80-mile-an-hour fastball from Matt Larkins.
Some good kicks for Reggie
as well. He has great kicks. He always has.
Brings some style to the diamond as well. But when it comes down to business, this guy plays awfully hard.
Here's Larkins' pitch, and that's right down the middle, 2-2. So Reggie has yet to take the bat off his shoulder.
Hard to find a guy who loves the game more than this guy right here, though.
Robinson at second, Heisler at third, 2 away. Goldeyes trying to capitalize on 2 hits right off the top. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Reggie swings weakly at that slider from Matt Larkins, and that's it for the Goldeyes. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Not a good sign when you get 2 quick hits. Can't bring them in with the middle of your order. We've played 1 complete inning here at Shaw Park in downtown Winnipeg. What a beautiful night for baseball. If you're just sitting at home, come on out to the ballpark. It's Amarillo nothing, Winnipeg nothing. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
If you could do anything in the world to guarantee a playoff berth for this team, what would you do?
Probably cartwheels.
Amazing. Look at this.
It spoke to me. It basically yelled at me. You need to try me, John. You need to be on the sled.
J-E-T-S. Crank it up. Cheer on those Jets.
This, of course, is the Dine and Dash Relay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Talk here on Shaw TV. Welcome back to Shaw Park. As we head to the top of the second inning, we want to remind all of our viewers, log online to Twitter at Shaw TV Winnipeg. Use the hashtag Let's Play WPG. Send us all your pictures. You're giving yourself a chance to win a free pair of tickets to a home game this summer at Shaw Park. Scott?
Thank you very much, Mike. We'll go to the top of the second inning for the Amarillo Thunderheads, a team that's 29-35, a half a game behind the Goldeyes in that wild card race. Juan Martinez, the shortstop, will lead it off. Dexter Kiersgaard, the center fielder, will bat second, and then Stefan Gartrell will hit third. And tonight's cleanup hitter is brought to you by Multi-Material Stewardship in Manitoba. On average, Manitobans recycled nearly 75 kilograms per person last year, but we can still do a lot more. Find recycling tips and more at simplyrecycle.ca. Our cleanup hitter for the Amarillo Thunderheads is Juan Martinez. First pitch to him is in there for strike one. Martinez hitting .328. He has 5 homers and 44 driven in. Gartrell leads the Thunderheads with 10 home runs. Rene Leverett, the first baseman, has 9. There's a ground ball in the hole. It gets through for a base hit. A single into left field for Martinez. And the leadoff hit puts a runner at first with nobody out for Amarillo to bring up Dexter Kiersgaard.
Yeah, just a nice piece of hitting there. Hit it in the hole. Kiersgaard recently joined the Thunderheads. He is an Amarillo, Texas product. Scott played college ball at Louisiana Lafayette. Hitting .400 in 9 games so far with Amarillo. Couple
Louisiana
triples.
Lafayette.
Couple triples, couple homers, 10 ribbies. It's pretty productive.
First pitch is popped up a mile in the air. Chris Robinson wanders over. Whoa, he has trouble with it and makes the catch.
It's really sunny in right field there.
It's an odd sun tonight, of course, with those buildings in downtown Winnipeg.
See the reaction. He totally lost it there for a second, but still hauled it in. That's all that matters. Robinson's a guy who's trying to find a position. He was a catcher for the most part in college. Played a little bit in the outfield, but still pretty new to the position. And primarily he's played a lot of left field again for the Goldeyes, but Heiser's really settled in there nicely since the arrival of Abercrombie, who's back in his familiar post in center field.
And he will admit he's been having trouble with the sun sky here in July, August in downtown Winnipeg. Here's Gartrell. This guy has power. 10 home runs, 32 driven in. Comes in hitting .276. Anderson gets the sign from Luis Allen. Goes back to first base.
Started the year with the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. Had 1 homer and 11 ribbies for them in 23 games. Spent the last 40 games here in Amarillo.
Juan Martinez has 8 steals. He's been caught stealing twice. And Anderson has some respect for him.
Gartrell 1 for 4 last night, but did have a triple. That must have been on the ball that Pugh was not able to come up with. Is that?
Yes. And Anderson.
And that's the reason why he's not in tonight. Hurt his shoulder, I think, apparently, on that diving attempt.
I wouldn't be surprised if he hurt his eyes. He got the shaving cream celebratory pie from Reggie Abercrombie after the game, and his eyes were burning right through the interview.
But he battled through. That's the most important part.
Battled through the interview. Yes, he did. 2 balls and no strikes to Gartrell. Anderson being very careful.
Pugh's impressed Rick Forney with his athletic ability. Real good outfielder. Gets around the bases pretty well.
Pitch misses. 3-0 to Gartrell. Well, if you're going to be careful with anybody, be careful with this guy.
Pugh's already picked up the 4 hits in the 2 games, including 2 doubles and 2 RBI as well.
4 runs scored.
Very impressive.
There's a pitch in the corner inside. 3-1 to Gartrell.
Should also mention Nick Jackson placed on the inactive list, that hamstring injury. He's probably going to be gone for the season.
3-1, the count to Gartrell. Anderson delivers, foul back. So Anderson works the count from 3-0 to 3-2.
And with a veteran spot open on their roster, you can be sure that Rick Forney has been working the phones and trying to bring another veteran presence in here for the stretch drive.
You know, we're ready to do Goldeyes TV every night, and we have to drag Rick out of his office because the second the game's over, he heads for the phone. He's looking for somebody. There, they've picked off Martinez. He was leaning, and there's the throw to Grider, and he's out. It'll go 1-3-6 on the putout. Picked off for the second out of the inning. And Anderson knew something was up. He just knew that they were going to send Martinez, and Anderson caught him. So 2 away, nobody on now. 3-2, the count to Gartrell.
Third time of the year he's been caught stealing. The great equalizer for the left-hander, the old pickoff move to first.
Swing and a miss. And quickly, very quickly, within 1 pitch, Kyle Anderson is out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left. Gartrell swings and misses for the final out of this second inning. We've played an inning and a half on a great crowd on a Friday night for the fireworks at the ballpark. It's Amarillo nothing, Winnipeg nothing. This is Goldeyes Baseball. Scott Taylor, Ken Weed, Mike Valente, and the entire crew live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
If you are a part of a charitable organization and would like to attend a game courtesy of the Winnipeg Goldeyes Community Zone and its supporters, call the Goldeyes office at 982-2273. Winnipeg Goldeyes, working in our community.
1 in 4 deaths on Manitoba roads involves a distracted driver. Texting and driving is illegal and could cost you a $200 fine, 5 demerits, or worse yet, your life. Please don't text and drive. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance and your Winnipeg Goldeyes. How about those Detroit Tigers tonight? They trade Yoenis Cespedes and they're ahead 6-0. Of course, last night they were ahead 7-0 and then 9-2 and snuck out a 9-8 victory.
It's a bit of a challenge for the back end of the Tiger bullpen.
I would say more than a bit.
Now without Joaquim Soria.
They got rid of everybody. They got rid of Cespedes and Soria and Price. They're a pretty good major league team for having no players left. Miggy's hurt till the end of August.
Pretty active trade deadline. Jays made a very big splash.
Boy, did they make a pile of moves.
I'm impressed.
For the Goldeyes in the second inning, it'll be Brad Boyer, Luis Allen, and Ryan Babineau face Matt Larkins. Great pitching matchup tonight. Tremendous crowd here tonight. Well over 6,000. Here's Larkin's pitch, right down the middle, strike one. Remember, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock start, Goldeyes, Kansas City. If the Goldeyes can win this one, this Kansas City series is going to be just tremendous. There's a ground ball foul. Quickly, 2 strikes to Brad Boyer.
That's the big thing for the Goldeyes. Again, like you mentioned, a lot of teams to kind of leapfrog and still substantially back at 7 games back, but they're playing head-to-head games against the teams they're chasing, or most of them, including the next 2 series against both Kansas City and Gary. So at least it's in their hands. And that's all you ask for as a player, for a chance to go head-to-head with the people that you're chasing.
A ball and 2 strikes to Boyer. Brad Boyer comes in hitting .280. He has 2 homers, 32 driven in. There's a foul ball. Uh-oh. Are you out there? You're not parked that side?
No, sir.
Whoever is going to have to get Mako. Mako, Collision Repair and Auto Painting, Canada's Body Shop at 982 Wall Street. Go see Rod, he's a good guy at Mako. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Boyer, fouled off again. Boyer stays alive. That might have been out of the strike zone. But as we mentioned, our friend Hank Lemoyne the local umpire here in the American Association, one of two. Bob Blatt. Always has a generous strike zone for pitchers. Has a great deal of respect for pitchers. For a guy who was a pretty good hitter in his day. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brad Boyer. There's a ground ball right to Leverett. He'll handle it himself. Boyer grounds out to the first baseman. One away here in the second, brings up Luis Allen.
It's pretty solid pitching here in the early stages of this ball game. No surprise. Larkins being a former American Association All-Star and a real workhorse for this Amarillo Ball Club. Well, I got to tell you, I like the unis.
I don't like the hat much.
No? The logo should
might be the sweat.
You can barely see the logo. Yeah. That's the kind of logo that should be popping.
But yeah, I agree. They scrimped on the hat. Here's Luis Allen. First pitch is inside for ball one. Luis sitting 281, 4 homers, 21 driven in. Luis has had a pretty good series. He was 3 for 4 on Wednesday night, and there's a ground ball to shortstop. Oh, a big hop goes over the head of Juan Martinez. That just ate him up. It'll be a base hit. A single for Luis Allen.
That one hit the old ejector seat and just shot in the air, as you're going to see right here,
Let's see
Scott.
what that hit. Did that hit the apron, maybe?
I don't think so. Lazy pop. It just hit the dirt and just caught a spot that must have not been quite as watered down, if you will. Sort of shot up in the air like it was going out of a cannon. And Luis Allen gets himself a fortuitous base hit, if you will.
Ryan Babineau lines one the opposite way into right field. And Luis is going to try to go to third. Here is the throw to third base. He threw it away. Luis is going to hold. Babineau is going to go to second. A good throw might have got Luis, but it was not a good throw. It was over the head of third baseman Christian Ibarra and almost went in the crowd. Luis almost scored in a walk.
Yeah, fortunate that hit the stayed in play. That ball looked like it was headed into the seats, way over the head of the third baseman, as you mentioned. Luis Allen thinking about home, but he better put up the stop sign right there. It's going to be a single for Babineau. Advance on the throw. Won't be an error because the ball did not end up in the seats.
Correct.
And didn't cost the Thunderheads a run.
So now runners at second and third again with one away. The infield is in for Amarillo, for Cassio Grider. Grider's having a solid first season in Winnipeg, hitting .326 with 2 home runs, 17 driven in. Cassio has not had a great week against Amarillo. He was 1 for 4 on Wednesday, but drove in 2 runs and 0 for 3 last night.
Infield playing in here.
Pitch almost hit Grider. 1-1 the count to Cassio Grider.
In case Grider was thinking about bunting there was a pitch that just about ended up in his chest.
Here's the pitch by Larkins, fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cassio Grider, the Georgian. Hepzibah, Georgia, played last year in Rancho Cucamonga, Chattanooga, and Albuquerque. There's a combination.
Indeed.
Having a tremendous season with the Goldeyes. Runners at second and third, chance to drive in some runs here. There's a pitch just missed. 2-2. Larkins thought he had strike 3.
Tried to paint the outside corner there. Must have been just a bit outside.
Babineau with a good lead at second. Luis is at third. Infield still in for Grider. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cassio Grider.
Good at bat here by Greider to work the count full. We know Greider has that excellent speed. Almost acts as the second leadoff guy hitting out of the 9 hole.
Three and two the count. Here's Larkin's pitch. It's way outside and the bases are full.
Larkin seemed to get a little bit rattled when he didn't get the strike 3 call on the 1-2 pitch, if you will. It looked like it was on the outside corner, but must have been just outside.
So here comes Adam Heisler, already has a hit tonight, the Goldeyes leading hitter. So now Larkin has the bases loaded. He wiggled off the hook in the first inning. He had runners at first and second with 1 out, or rather first and second with nobody out, second and third with 1 out, and got off the hook with no damage. Now the bases are loaded with 1 out. Amarillo's a double play depth. Here's the first pitch to Heisler outside for ball 1. Allen at third, Babineau at second, Greider at first. The Goldeyes leading hitter, Adam Heisler, at the plate. Larkin delivers, swing and a miss. Fastball in the 90s from Matt Larkin.
He's got good stuff, no question about that. He has given up the 4 hits, but he seemed to have gotten tougher with runners on, and especially in scoring position.
Larkin gets the sign from Corey Bass. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Another mid-90s fastball from Larkin. And he has just blown Heisler away with 2 straight pitches. Those 2 pitches exploded.
No question, came flying out of that right arm of his. He has 53 strikeouts coming into the contest, 1 so far to give him 54 in 96 innings and change now.
Larkin gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Heisler just got a piece of that. Again, a mid-90s fastball from Matt Larkin.
Heisler doing a good job staying alive, keeping the at-bat going.
Crowd getting into it, and it's a great crowd tonight. Goldeyes with a chance to make something happen right here. Time is called.
Larkin's had 5 strikeouts in his last appearance against Sioux Falls. Against just the 1 walk.
A ball and 2 strikes to Adam Heisler. Pitched by Larkin. And there's a ground ball the other way through for a base hit. In to score comes Allen. Coming around third base is Babineau, and he is out at the plate. The throw back to second. Greider gets back safely, but Babineau is thrown out at the plate. The Goldeyes get a run on the base hit by Heisler. But Babineau challenged the arm of the left fielder Jordan Guida, the former Goldeye, and he threw him out at the plate.
Real good play here by Guida. As we mentioned, was a catcher with the Goldeyes. Nice piece of hitting by Heisler. Rick Forney, as expected, pretty aggressive, but just a great throw by Guida. 1 hopper to his catcher, Corey Bass, and Bass nearly got Cassio Greider at second base. Took a couple extra steps, thinking about maybe heading for third on the play. Excellent job by Jordan Guida in left field. Kept the ball nice and low. Good sales job by the third baseman. Ibarra lets it through. The 1 hopper, tag applied, and the second out recorded at home plate.
First pitch to Chris Robinson is the changeup. Robinson fouls it onto the street for strike 1. 2 out now. Runners at first and second.
And sure enough, there's the 7th multi-hit game in his last 13 for
Adam
Mr. Heisler.
Wow. Robinson has a single in this ballgame. Pitch is way outside, 1-1 to Chris Robinson. Former member of Canada's national junior team. Played college ball before he got to Moorhead at Winthrop and Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Following a coach around.
Okay.
Who changed jobs and ended up at Moorhead.
Had a lot of extra base hits in college.
He's a great guy, but only one problem in his life. He's a Leaf fan.
But that's his problem.
When you come from Ontario, it happens. Even to the best of them. Swing and a foul tip. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Robinson.
Well, they've made a lot of interesting off-season maneuvers as well. At least in the front office they have.
He was pretty happy with his Jays today, all the moves they made.
I watch the Jays a lot, Scott, as you know, and I give Alex Anthopoulos a lot of credit.
He's trying.
Certainly, yeah, exactly. A couple of years ago, we remember Jose Bautista was disappointed and expressed his disappointment with the lack of, or with the inactivity. Jays went out and got 5 players before the deadline.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Robinson. Here's the pitch, fouled off again. So what was with Bautista in his complaint about the acquisition of...
Well, no, I don't know if it was necessarily a complaint. He said we still haven't addressed the pitching needs.
Well, they certainly did that.
And they did that a couple days later.
Certainly did that.
I love the Tulowitzki edition.
Oh,
had a chance to
so
watch him earlier this year. He's one of the best shortstops in baseball.
He is. Larkin's pitch fouled off again. Robinson staying alive in there against a guy who's throwing 90 to mid-90 fastballs at him. Something you don't see a lot of in the Ontario inter-county baseball.
No, indeed not. And going out and getting David Price, even if it is for a 2-month rental. Good on you.
You're trying.
The reality is you probably need a second David Price to get in or maybe do some damage, but at least they're going for it. And I commend Alex Anthopoulos for that. Others would counter. He's trying to save his job.
There's a soft ground ball to the short, so the second baseman rather. An easy play for Geraldo Valentin. And Robinson is the final out of the inning. But the Goldeyes do get a run. They get 1 run on 3 hits. There are no errors and 2 men left. The Goldeyes have left 4 on base in the first 2 innings, but they are leading it. It's 1-0 Winnipeg in front of a tremendous crowd on a beautiful night for baseball. It's Winnipeg 1, Amarillo 0. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw.
You are watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
I'm stuck on an island, TV, my phone, and I take Netflix with the TV. The most vivid memory would be losing in the Little League Championship game right before going to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So it wasn't exciting, but it was, I still remember it. If I could have dinner with anyone in the world, I would go with maybe Babe Ruth. See what he's up to. I mean, he was a 2-way player back in the day, and you know his name is so big in baseball. It'd be fun to talk to him. I would go back to that Little League game if I had a time machine, change that outcome so I could be excited. It could be a better memory. If I won the lottery today, I would make sure my parents never have to work again tomorrow. That's what I would do.
Welcome back to Shaw Park. I hope my son would say the same thing.
Oh, yeah, Jesse would.
Jesse
He'd take care of you, don't worry.
I hope he wins the lottery, though. Hope he has a ticket. Kyle Anderson works into the second or third inning, rather. We're at the top of the third. For the Amarillo Thunderheads, it's Rene Leverett, Geraldo Valentin, and Christian Ibarra. You may remember Leverett from last season with Quebec. He can hit. He has 9 home runs this season, 45 driven in. With 45 RBI, he is just out of the top 5 in the league.
Can do some damage. There's no question
He's
about that.
He's a big man. He can hit
He doesn't
a
get
long
cheated
way.
at the plate.
No, and you're right. He does not get cheated. First pitch to Leverett. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Leverett didn't like the call, but I don't even think he saw it go by him. He squared the bunt and pulled it back and stepped forward. I think he had any idea where that ended up. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1. The hecklers are back tonight. Nice to hear them.
Indeed.
Tillman Pugh was telling me on the ride from the airport that he loves the Goldeyes hecklers. He said our dugout was just in stitches with these guys. Says they're the best hecklers in the league.
Well, it's good to see people into the game.
And when I mean his dugout, when he played for Gary before he was here.
Right.
Because, of course, we saw him with the Gary South Shore Railcats here on Shaw TV. A ball and 2 strikes to Rene Leverett. Anderson kicks and delivers. Off-speed pitch, he struck him out. Leverett goes down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the night for Kyle Anderson. Here comes the second baseman, Geraldo Valentin, and Henry Lemoyne and Rene Leverett are having a conversation. I wonder if it's in French.
I don't think so. 3 strikeouts for Anderson, all via the curveball. Mentioned the importance of him getting that spinner going in this contest in order to have some success.
You were right. When he can thumb it, get that slow curveball really turning over. He can get a lot of damage done, and he did right there with Rene Leverett. 1 away. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. The batter is Geraldo Valentin, the second baseman. Hitting .257. He has 4 homers, 27 driven in. Off-speed pitch again. And quickly, Anderson gets ahead 0-2. This is as sharp as I've seen Anderson all season.
Oh, I completely agree, Scott. No question about it. He has not looked the same since coming back from the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. But again, you know what? You come back somewhere, you're, sometimes you're just trying to, it's hard to duplicate the success you had the previous year. Sometimes you're trying too hard. Maybe overthrowing, maybe overthinking, but just seems to be in a little bit better rhythm right now.
A show-me changeup outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Valentin.
I think he may have been experimenting with another pitch or two, and now he's sort of just gotten back to basics here, and he's really seen some good early success in this contest.
There's a pop-up behind the plate. That's going to get out of play. Right below us. Ball and 2 strikes to Valentin.
Souvenir.
Almost a souvenir for Goldie. Pretty close to getting one of his own.
Well, this youngster's going to be getting a souvenir.
Oh, yeah. Good for him.
Oh, yeah. New Jays hat. Boston Pizza shirt.
There's strike 3 to Geraldo Valentin. He's called out. Second strikeout of the inning. 4th of the game for Kyle Anderson. That off-speed pitch is just wreaking havoc with these guys.
Yeah, no question about that. It's just been very sharp. Anderson really in sync with Luis Allen behind the plate here this evening.
So 2 away. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Christian Ibarra. Played at LSU last season, college player, rookie. Batting .194. He has a homer, 2 driven in. Let's have a look at this pitch, Kenny.
Yeah, the 4th strikeout of the contest here. Well, this time it's a fastball. I think the hitter was thinking curve, and he snuck the heater by him.
There's a pop-up. On comes the left fielder, Heisler. He calls off Grider. And that does it. 3 up, 3 down once again. Nothing across for the Amarillo Thunderheads. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Kyle Anderson looks sharp. So does Luis Allen. The Winnipeg Goldeyes lead at 1-0. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
I'm Melissa Boychuk, and I'm your personal trainer. Join us for Community Classroom, your personal trainer where I lead you through a 30-minute workout for all fitness levels. Community created on Shaw TV, Channel 9.
Chiropractors in Manitoba are passionate about the services they provide. Over the years, they've developed health and wellness programs for the public that provide preventative approaches to avoiding pain and improving daily performance. One of those programs, Straighten Up Manitoba, that we do right here in the ballpark, will help improve posture, stabilize core muscle groups, enhance your health, and prevent problems with your spine. Complete the exercises when you have 3 or 4 free minutes anytime during your day. A message from Manitoba Chiropractors.
Tremendous night here at the ballpark.
It's just gorgeous. And the crowd is sensational. And that pizza looks great. He is tempting our cameraman holding that pizza.
He was.
Josh Donaldson at the ball game tonight?
Yeah, he's at a ball game. I don't believe that he's here.
So here's Casey Harther. It'll be the middle of the Goldeyes order. Harther, Mazzola, and Abercrombie to face Matt Larkin here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Larkins gets the sign from Corey Bass. And there's a ground ball right back up the middle for a base hit. Solid single to center for Casey Harther, his first hit of the night. A leadoff single for Harther brings up Mazzola.
Great stroke by Harther. That ball kind of picked up some speed on the topspin as it hit the mound. Second baseman Geraldo Valentin thought he might have a play on it. Scoots past Larkins and under the glove. He didn't see it there, but that's what happened.
6th hit of the game for the Goldeyes. Here's Mazzola. First pitch is low for ball 1. One ball and no strikes to Josh. 0 for 1, grounded back to the pitcher, although a tremendous play by Larkins. There's a long fly ball into left field. It is gone. Josh Mazzola hits his 17th home run of the season, the 67th of his career with the Goldeyes, and this home run is brought to you by Home Run Sports at 20 de la Seigneurie Boulevard in Winnipeg, and the Goldeyes quickly lead it 3-0. That was a no-doubter, Kenny.
Oh, no question. The big fly from Josh Mazzola got a pitch that he liked, and he unloaded on it. 17th of the campaign, as you mentioned. Boy, oh boy, Larkins knew it.
So did Josh.
That's in the middle of the plate. Mazzola, a very good low ball hitter, and he just launched it out of Shaw Park to left field for a big 2-run blast that puts the Goldeyes up 3-0.
Mazzola now ties Casey Harther for the team lead in RBIs, 48. There's a shot in the left field for a base hit for Reggie. So the Goldeyes are now seeing things they like from Matt Larkins. That's the 8th hit of the ball game for Winnipeg. Abercrombie's first hit of the night. A single, a home run, and a single here in the 3rd. Goldeyes have a runner at first with nobody out. Here comes Brad Boyer.
When you've got a good pitcher on the ropes, you have to take advantage, Scott, because generally speaking, guys that are aces on their club, they get better as the game rolls on. And Larkins here got out of jams in both the 1st and 2nd inning, although he did give up the 1 run. Could have easily been a lot more damage supplied, but the Goldeyes seem to have got the bats going here again in the 3rd.
Swing and a miss. First pitch to Boyer. Off-speed pitch drops off the table. The first time he got Mazzola today on that ground ball back to the mound was a pitch, a sinker that just fell right off the table, and Mazzola just got the top of it. So Larkins has great stuff. But the Goldeyes have been able to hit his fastball today. There's strike 2 to Boyer. He thought it was outside. Hank Lemoyne did not agree. The count's 0-2. Boy, Mazzola crushed that.
Oh, man, just absolutely launched.
Oh, 2 to Boyer. Reggie with a good lead at first. Here's the pitch. That misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brad.
Yeah, we've seen Mazzola hit a lot of home runs, especially this ballpark, but that one was absolutely crushed.
That landed over the street, headed right for the river.
I think it got wet.
I think it did. 1-2 to Boyer. There's a ground ball to Leverett. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. Back to first, and it gets away from Leverett. Boyer will be safe on the fielder's choice. So Boyer's at first with one away, and here's Luis Allen.
Good hustle by Boyer. This was a tailor-made double play here. Larkins does his job. Good low pitch. Fielded cleanly by Leverett, but the return throw was a very poor one by Juan Martinez. That's a play that's got to be made. Oh, no question. That's a play that's got to be made. Leverett did his job perfectly, fielded it cleanly, made a good throw to second base. Martinez just kind of buried his throw into the dirt, and errant as well. Not a good combination.
So here's Luis Allen, who singled in the second, scored the game's first run. His base hit was interesting. Took about a 6-foot jump after it hit the dirt shortstop. Looked like a routine out when he hit it. There's the pitch by Larkins, and there's a shot foul.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the one part of the infield that was not watered as much as the other. And it was like it came off concrete. The ball just absolutely hit and went straight up into the air, much to the surprise of Martinez. He was a bit dejected. As a fielder, there's nothing you can really do in that situation. You're not anticipating a 8-foot hop.
No. Often people get hurt when that ball takes that kind of a jump. Swing and a miss. Good slider by Larkins. Fools Allen. No balls and 2 strikes to Luis. Boyer's at first, one away. In the bottom of the third, Goldeyes lead at 3-0 on the 2-run homer by Josh Mazzola. 17th of the year. He leads the American Association in home runs, and by a lot. Dustin Geiger of Laredo has 12. He's next. There's a line shot the opposite way. Good bit of hitting, but foul. I was outside, probably on the corner. Luis couldn't let it go and went out and took it the opposite way, but well fouled.
Isn't Laredo a real kind of bandbox kind of park?
Yeah, it is. And still, the guy's only got 12. No balls and 2 strikes to Luis. Pitch by Larkins. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. This should be 2. Martinez back to first. And the double play. 4-6-3. And Amarillo is out of the inning. But the Goldeyes get a couple more. 2 runs on a single and a home run by Josh Mazzola. There were no errors. And nobody left on base. We played 3 complete. Those ladies enjoying their evening at the ballpark. It's the Winnipeg Goldeyes 3, the Amarillo Thunderheads 0. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
You are watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Welcome back. There's downtown Winnipeg, Fort Garry Hotel. And what a great crowd tonight. What a tremendous crowd here at the ballpark tonight. And we'll go down to Mike Valente. He's got Rick Forney. Mike.
Thanks very much, Scott. We're here with Rick Forney. Rick, 5-game winning streak for your team right now, going for 6 tonight. You got that early lead. We've talked about how important that is in the past. How's this team feeling these days?
We're a confident group right now. We're playing good baseball. We're pitching pretty well, knock on wood. We're defending the field much better than we have at any point during the season. We're getting some timely hitting as we have so far tonight.
Tillman Pugh and Reggie Abercrombie have been huge for you in the last week or so. Maybe a comment on them?
Well, I've only had Tillman for 2 games. He hurt his shoulder last night diving to catch a ball, so he's going to sit out today. But he certainly made an impact on our roster. He's gotten 2 hits in each of the ball games and driven in some runs, scored some runs. He plays a good defense, so we're glad to have him. And Reggie brings a lot of life back to our team. We're excited to have him too.
Thanks very much. Back to you, Scott.
Rick Forney, thank you. Mike Valente, thank you. We are into the top of the 4th inning. Kyle Anderson cruising along. He has faced the minimum 9 hitters. He's given up a hit, but picked off the runner, Juan Martinez, at first base. So 9 up and 9 down for Kyle Anderson, and a great start for a guy who hasn't had a good start Not even the game he won 14-2 was he particularly sharp.
No, he had to survive a 40-pitch first inning and had really had a little bit of trouble with his control. He only had the one walk, but he sort of was having a little bit of trouble locking in. Gave up 7 hits in that one, just the 1 earned run out of the 2 runs allowed. But this looks like the Kyle Anderson we saw a lot last year in the early stage of the season before his contract was purchased by the Diamondbacks, and he spent some time at different levels last year. He never really seemed to get a rhythm after returning to organized baseball. Got the start in his career with the Jays organization in Vancouver.
Do you think somebody messed with his delivery in organized ball?
Oh, I think it's certainly possible. Like I said, it's tough to know. Like
he wasn't the same pitcher.
In season, guys don't want to do a lot of psychological analysis, but I'm thinking that at the end of the year, Kyle would have a pretty good handle on what maybe went wrong.
First pitch to Jordan Guide is a soft fly ball into center field. An easy can of corn for Reggie Abercrombie. 1 pitch, 1 out as Guida flies to Abercrombie. And again, Kyle Anderson throwing strikes, and that's made a big difference too. When you've got the feel on your command, when you feel you're able to control your pitches.
And again,
you just pitch faster and pitch smarter and beat up the strike zone, and it makes a difference.
And again, he dealt with that injury too in June, almost missed an entire month, so that may have been enough time to maybe help get him right. But he's just still building up his arm strength to the point where he would normally be after missing that month of action.
First pitch to the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Corey Bass, is in there for strike 1.
In his last start, he made 92 pitches, including 61 strikes. So that was the deepest he had gone in terms of number of pitches in an outing.
There's another high fly ball to center field. Not too deep. Abercrombie back, makes the catch.
And the other thing we're noticing here tonight, Scott, not a lot of hard hit balls from Amarillo. And again, now it's the second time through the order. You're going to look for an adjustment from both the pitcher and the hitter. But there just have not been those loud, hard singles and doubles here in this contest so far. Obviously, there's only been the 1 hit, but just not a lot of solid contact being made by the Thunderheads to this point.
Here's Logan Vick, the most dangerous hitter in this lineup. But he struck out in the first inning. Anderson has 4 strikeouts. Anderson kicks, delivers, and there's a shot, and Boyer can't get to it. A base hit for Logan Vick. Boyer's had a great series. Second hit of the game for Amarillo. Logan Vick on Wednesday night went 3 for 4. Last night 0 for 4. So he comes into this game with 3 hits and 8 at-bats, and he's 1 for 2 tonight. So 4 hits and 10 at-bats, batting 400 in this series. Here's Juan Martinez, the cleanup hitter, who had the only other hit in this ballgame.
And let's not forget, Scott, Anderson had a 3-2 record and a 1.64 earned run average last year in 8 appearances and 7 starts with the Goldeyes. He was dominant in the early stages of the season.
There's a pop-up, foul territory, gets way out of play. Strike 1 to Juan Martinez. He singled in the second and was picked off by Anderson at first base.
But again, Anderson used a lot in relief last year, had 1 save with AA Mobile in the Southern League, but did spend the majority of his time with Hillsborough and won another Northwest League championship, give him his 3rd after winning those 2 in Vancouver. But again, big adjustment going from the bullpen, or from the starting rotation to the bullpen and then back to the starting rotation.
Pitch in the dirt, gets away, it'll be a wild pitch. On to second base goes Logan Vick. 1 ball and 1 strike to Martinez. So now there's a runner in scoring position for Amarillo. Martinez, who has a hit in the ball game. Logan Vick is quick, one of the league's stolen base leaders. And just this was a pitch that just wasn't very good.
No, looked. Not sure if that was a slider or the circle change. Don't think that is in his arsenal, so it's probably the slider that got away from him.
Runner at second now with 2 away. It's the off-speed pitch to Martinez. It's chopped to Mazzola. He handles it nicely. It's in the dirt, and a beautiful play by Harther at first base to dig it out. What a tremendous defensive effort. Rick Forney talked about defending the field. They just did it there. A 5-3 putout, but great plays at both ends, and the Goldeyes are out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Winnipeg 3, Amarillo nothing. This is Goldeyes Baseball. Scott Taylor, Ken Weed, Mike Valenti on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
Back here with Bobby Brown, the manager for the Thunderheads. Bobby, thanks for doing this. What do you think over the last 3 days the biggest challenge has been facing this Goldeyes team?
Well, their starting pitchers have mixed it up, throwing 2-3 pitches for strikes, and they haven't given us any free bases with errors or walking us, and it's tough when you get the 3 quality starters that we faced in this series so far, and hopefully we can get to this guy a little bit here in the next inning.
The Thunderheads and the Goldeyes neck and neck in that wild card race. Is there a sense of urgency maybe in your locker room right now?
I think so. I mean, I think there always is once you approach August 1st, when you're in the hunt, and especially you're playing a team that's neck and neck with us.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Scott.
Bobby Brown, welcome back to Winnipeg. Mike Valente with the former Goldeye, Bobby Brown, who says
big hits.
Who says that this is where he learned to be a professional baseball player, is right here in Winnipeg.
And he came up with a lot of big hits.
He always
played
did.
a pretty good outfield for this Goldeyes club. Was a big part of that rivalry, on both sides of the rivalry with the Fargo-Moorhead Red Hawks.
Was. She's having fun at the ballpark. Everybody's having fun at the ballpark tonight.
Goldeyes have been dominant against Amarillo, Scott, since these two teams have been in the same league. 14-1 the Goldeyes are against the Thunderheads, and
formerly the Sox.
Indeed, and riding a 5-game winning streak.
There's Ryan Babineau. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Babineau is 1 for 1. He singled back in the second inning, thrown out at the plate on a beautiful throw by Jordan Guide in left field. There's one hit the other way. Foul.
And one other big reason for the success of the Goldeyes of late, Rick Forney touched on a lot of them, but the Goldeyes, the timely hitting he mentioned, Goldeyes are hitting .412 going into this game with runners in scoring position. That's an area that they have not been as good at during a good stretch of this season.
Larkin's pitch fouled off onto the roof. So Babineau stays alive. 0-2 the count.
The offense hasn't been a problem for the most part, though, for the Goldeyes. They're 4th in the American Association in hitting with a .289 average going into this one. It's the starting pitching and the defense. It just hasn't been as consistent as Rick Forney would have liked.
One ball and 2 strikes to Ryan Babineau, the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch by Larkin, swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Babineau. Ball was mishandled by Corey Bass. Officially, it'll be a strikeout 2-3. And we'll see Cassio Grider come to the plate.
Just the second strikeout so far for Larkins, who, according to the radar gun, has been popping it pretty good between 92 and 95 for a good chunk of this game here.
We have now seen this Amarillo team for 22 innings. They've scored 1 run. Larkin's pitch is in there for strike 1.
Not surprised they didn't score a run against Nick Hernandez, who's just having an outstanding season. Reigning pitcher of the year, and he's been better than he was last year.
He's the number 1 pitcher in the league now, strike 2 to Cassio Grider. The number 1 pitcher in the league with an 8-3 record and an ERA now that is just lights out at 1.87.
Oh, and he got absolutely 0 run support in
None.
2 of those 3 losses.
Grider swings, misses, that's strike 3. There's the 3rd strikeout for Matt Larkins as Grider goes down on strikes.
And that was the impressive thing for Hernandez, having that complete game shutout, his 2nd of the year. It came off one of his only poor performances, at least by his own standards. And I spoke with Nick today. He was very disappointed that while the team was struggling, he was unable to beat the Kansas City T-Bones in that first game of that set. But he was really thankful that his teammates picked him up by winning the next 3 games and putting them in a position to go into the break on such a high note. And he comes back and rewards them with another stellar outing to get things going in this series, to start a critical homestand for a team that has struggled dramatically on their home field until lately.
Well, they're still 12-17 at home, which still isn't very
Not good.
Pitch to Heisler's high. 2 balls and no strikes to Adam Heisler, who, as Kenny pointed out, has his 7th multi-hit game in the last 13. This guy is white hot, hitting .337 now. There's a pitch right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Heisler.
And the other impressive thing, obviously we knew he had speed, so the 24 steals, not a surprise. He's got 32 ribbies. And for a guy that's been hitting primarily at the top of the order.
There's one chop foul, the off-speed pitch.
Now that tells you 2 things. It means the bottom of the order is getting on base.
That's the
but also
part
that
of
Heisler can drive guys in. You don't see that a lot from a lot of a prototypical leadoff guy.
Two and two, the count to Adam Heisler. Mobile, Alabama is Heisler's home. There's the pitch, chop foul again. Heisler stays alive, 2-2.
But I guess similar in some ways to last season, Tyler Kuhn, before he got moved to the 3rd hole, he was very good in that leadoff spot. Brock Vaughn drove in a lot of runs when he was hitting near the top of the order.
Two and two, the count. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of 4. Here's the pitch by Larkins. That's high. 3-2, count full to Adam Heisler. Heisler is a Goldeyes leader in a lot of different categories. He has 83 hits. That's 85 now. That's best on the team. And there's a pitch right down the middle, and that does it for the Goldeyes. As Matt Larkins strikes out the side, 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. Larkins looks very, very good. And we'll go to the 5th. It's the Winnipeg Goldeyes 3, the Amarillo Thunderheads, and there are no Thunderheads tonight. Nothing. What a beautiful shot from Dave Neufeld of downtown Winnipeg. This is Goldeyes baseball on Shaw.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Shaw TV.
If you could do anything in the world to guarantee a playoff berth for this team, what would you do?
Probably cartwheels.
Amazing. Look at this.
It spoke to me. It basically yelled at me. You need to try me, John. You need to be on the sled.
J-E-T-S. Crank it up. Cheer on those Jets.
This, of course, is the Dine and Dash Relay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Talk here on Shaw TV. Mike Valente back here at Shaw Park. We're in Section O. We asked for your pictures online. Well, we got some. So let's take a look at some of your tweets at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG. First up, Kyla Grabowski. Nice picture with Matt Jackson there. Next up, the Portly Peddler. 2 nice shots of Shaw Park there, enjoying the game. Jeremiah's up next. A nice group shot, enjoying the game here at Shaw Park. Dr. Ben also in the house with a nice view of home plate. And Bradley looking a little confused there, but closing things off for us. Social media. If you want to win free pair of tickets to the Goldeyes here at Shaw Park, tweet us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and use the hashtag Let's Play WPG. Scott?
Thank you, Mike Valente. Thank you, Rebecca Horan. Thank you, Travis Golby, the photographer. Thanks, everybody.
You got to be ready. The selfie is always always an option in the crowd here. You got to be ready.
You do. First pitch is a fly ball to right field, pretty deep, almost to the track goes Chris Robinson. He makes the catch as Dexter Kierstad sends Robinson to just in front of the track on the first pitch of the inning from Kyle Anderson. Boy, he'd like a lot of those 3 pitches. There's one spot in the outfield where there's
Robinson's
sun.
been in it twice tonight now.
You can see that spot in right field. There's one spot in center, one spot in right, where the sun is coming between the buildings in downtown Winnipeg. And Chris Robinson, he's now got his glove in front of his eyes. And he was saying to me that he's not used to being an outfielder for one thing,
right,
but for another thing, this is a tough sun field.
Oh, for
these
sure.
7 o'clock starts in the summer.
No doubt about it. Reggie Abercrombie giving some gentle teasing to Robinson again. Seems like he's only been able to find balls hit into that sunlight, direct sunlight.
There's a hard hit ball to center field. That's going to be over Reggie's head. It's off the base of the wall. Reggie handles it. He'll get it back into the infield. And Stefan Gartrell, the best hitter on the team, hits a solid double to straightaway center. Puts a runner at second with one away, and Amarillo has a little bit of life in them now.
This is a hard hit ball right here. This ball is actually up in the zone. Abercrombie for a second thought he might be able to pull a Willie Mays and come up with a basket grab over the shoulder, but quickly realizes that's over his head. Played it pretty well to keep it to a double.
And that'll bring up Rene Leverett. This is a pretty tough combination of Gartrell and Leverett back-to-back in the 6th and 7th holes. You can't relax at the bottom of this order.
No question about that.
So the runner at second. Here's the first pitch to Leverett. It's in the dirt for ball one.
Just the second time in the ball game the Thunderheads have got a runner to second base. Both coming in the last 2 innings here in the 3rd.
It's only about the 4th time in the entire series. They had a double in the first game of the series. Big curveball misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Leverett. They got a double to lead off the game in game 1, and that was it against Hernandez. That was the only runner to second base in game 1. They did score a run last night in game 2. As you look at Gartrell down at second. It's the pitch to Leverett. It's in the dirt, ball 3.
I know we've
think
talked
Anderson's
about
being careful right here.
Yeah, a little bit. No, we've talked about this off camera before, but to me, I understand there's injury history with Nick Hernandez, but
what's he doing here is your next question?
Well,
what is he doing here? By the way, that sun goes down so fast it's gone now. That pitch is way outside. That was an intentional walk.
And again, we've talked about the Blue Jays a lot, Scott, on this broadcast. They traded a lot of pitching prospects here in the last week or so. So, you know,
so why wouldn't they think about a guy like Hernandez to kind of rebuild that minor league pitching situation? Yeah, it's hard to imagine that Nick Hernandez is still in this league. I don't believe it. And the fact that he's just a spectacular human being.
Oh, exactly.
Wouldn't you want him in your organization?
You sure would.
It stuns me. But my incredible lack of respect for baseball scouts just grows immensely the more I'm around the American Association.
The one good thing for Hernandez
is like Tyler Kuhn often said, could you imagine how good Major League Baseball would be if they played their best players? There's a ground ball up the middle. Boyer can't handle it. He misplays it, and the bases are loaded.
Well, that's a tough break for Kyle Anderson. He got what should have been a double play ball to end the inning, and looked like Boyer just rushes the play. We're going to have a better look right here. Looked like the ball maybe just went off the heel of his glove. Well, it's off the end of his glove. Looked like he just sort of rushed the play there, Scott, thinking about the second out before recording the first in terms of the double play itself. Instead of getting out of the inning, it's a bases loaded jam, and Boyer, as you saw right there, quite disappointed with himself for not making the play and ensuring at least the one out at second base.
There's a high fly ball, not very deep. Will it be fair or foul? It's fair, it's caught, and a good job by Heisler. He'll hold the runner. And that's the second out of the inning. A good pitch by Anderson to get Ibarra to pop it up. Heisler had a long run to come and get this.
Really good job of bearing down by Anderson. Again, probably thought he should have been out of the inning, but instead of letting that snowball by making a bad pitch, he really bears down, makes a good pitch to Ibarra, gets the easy pop out for the second out of the inning, but he's still not out of the jam yet.
No, he's got Jordan Guida, the leadoff hitter, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. His first pitch by Anderson, swing and a miss. That curveball just fooled Guida.
Yeah, he definitely was looking for the fastball right there. Aggressive swing. We saw that aggressiveness from Guida a lot last year. He was a pretty good reserve player for this Goldeyes team.
There's a pitch right down the middle, and quickly Anderson gets ahead 0-2 on Jordan Guida.
Yeah, he's really got him guessing now, Scott. Obviously looking fastball first pitch and was not expecting the curve on the second. Anderson doubles up on him right there to go up 0-2.
Bases loaded, 2 away. We're in the top of 5. Here's the pitch. And there's a chopper to second. Boyer handles, fires to first, and Kyle Anderson does a tremendous job, not only to get off the hook, but to overcome the frustration of the error on what should have been a double play ball. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left. The Goldeyes get out of the fifth. They still lead it 3-0. This is Goldeyes Baseball, live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
I can't be with someone if every time they walk out the door, I don't know if I'm going to see them again. Promise me it'll come back.
I promise. I just don't know how to make this work.
I can't do this anymore.
Love requires sacrifice. But it's worth it.
Granny's Poultry is now serving up barbecue turkey drumsticks all summer long with their new barbecue cart. Granny's Poultry, locally produced by Manitoba farmers. I'm going to have one of those tomorrow night down in that lower patio deck. I wonder where Mike Valenti is. Where in the crowd is Mike Valenti?
We're in Section I, Scott. Thanks very much. We want to tell everyone our trivia question this evening for our viewers at home watching on Shaw TV Channel 9, and here it is now. What year did Winnipeg Goldeyes General Manager Andrew Collier name the first ever Northern League Executive of the Year? If you know the answer, tweet us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and use the hashtag Let's Play WPG. Remember, that's for the first time he was named Executive of the Year. Tweet us your photos as well. We're looking forward to seeing all your picks.
Thank you, Mike Valenti, and welcome back, everybody. Matt Larkin's first pitch to Chris Robinson is right down the middle for strike one. It's Robinson, Harther, Mazzola here in the fifth inning for the Goldeyes. Robinson 1 for 2. Singled and grounded out to second base. Larkin's pitch is in the dirt, 1-1. Robinson looking forward to the Goldeyes trip to the east. A bunt, and he misses. Strike two, a ball and 2 strikes. He's expecting his parents and his grandfather to watch him play in Ottawa.
Gotta like that.
Figured that he would have some relatives in Quebec as well. So
nice.
Good chance
Always
to see
a
the
treat.
family. Yeah. 1-2 to Chris Robinson. Larkin's pitch, and there's a ground ball to the third baseman. Handled easily by Christian Ibarra. And Robinson is the first out of the fifth inning. One away, brings up Casey Harther. Harther with a single and a run scored in 2 trips. Came in hitting .313. Harther now hitting .314. 5 home runs, 49 driven in. Here's the pitch, fouled off, strike one. Casey Harther having another tremendous season for the Goldeyes. There's a line shot to the shortstop, and he drops it. And Harther didn't get out of the batter's box. He thought he was done, and it was dropped by the shortstop, Juan Martinez. Juan Martinez has had a difficult night.
It's been a challenge, no question. Harther rips the ball, but he thinks he's out. But another example, you got to be hustling out of the box regardless of what happens. But Martinez probably still throws him out anyway, even if Harther's hustling. But
2 away. Here's Mazzola. He hit a bomb. There's a ground ball foul, a shot into the lower boxes behind the dugout. Mazzola back in the third inning took a low fastball and hit it in the river. Boy, did he crush it. Souvenir for a fan. There's Larkin's pitch. And there's another line shot into the gap. Will it get down? It will not. What a great catch by Jordan Goldeyes. Outstanding catch by Goldeyes in left field. Put a star beside that one, and that's the third out of this fifth inning. For the second straight inning, the Goldeyes go 1-2-3, but they still lead it. There's that shot and that great catch.
What an effort by Jordan Goldeyes. That's
great catch. That was nearly in the gap.
can tell he's fired up to be back in Winnipeg.
Oh, he's happy to be here. I had a long talk with him this afternoon. Good to see Jordan back in Winnipeg. Goldeyes lead at 3-0. This is Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
On a special episode of Backstage 30, we go behind the scenes at Interstellar Rodeo.
These days I'm waking as the sun begins to shine. I got so many things that ache and she don't listen when I whine. The doctor said, rest my head, but I am working all the time. What a waste, what a shame, what a crime.
Experience the sounds of the festival's first appearance in Winnipeg on Backstage 30, only on Shaw TV, Channel 9.
Hydro, let's take a look. Ryan Rodaba and Jose Flores tied with 15. Andy Loomis with 13. He's from Gary. And Fernando Hernandez, 12 from KC. The American Association Saves Leaders are brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro encourages all consumers to save energy and be power smart by using Energy Star appliances. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you, Mike Valenti. We go to the top of the 6th inning. As the sun goes down below the top of the Sky Suite level, there's a young guy having a whale of a time at the ballpark tonight. As Kyle Anderson here in the 6th will face the number 2 hitter Corey Bass, the number 3 hitter Logan Vick, and the cleanup man Juan Martinez.
Tough to not have a good night at the ballpark on a day like today.
Oh, isn't it ever?
Just tremendous. Just enough of breeze to keep those bugs away.
It's just gorgeous here tonight. Here's the first pitch by Anderson. There's a fly ball, and it could be a tough one for Chris Robinson. He gets over quickly and makes the catch. For the 3rd straight inning, the first pitch is hit to the outfield, not deep. 2 fly balls to Reggie Abercrombie in center, and 1 to that young man, Chris Robinson.
Well, Kyle Anderson's really got into a groove, especially with that curveball, so I think you're seeing an aggressive approach from the Thunderheads here. It hasn't worked out for them, but I think they've sort of changed their approach, thinking that instead of getting deep into counts and being struck out with that curve, maybe they can get a fastball early and jump on it.
So Anderson will now face the toughest hitter in this ball club, Logan Vick. He is not a power hitter, although he does have 3 home runs. But boy, he gets on base. Big curve ball just misses inside. Anderson thought he had that one. He's not very happy.
He gets around the bases too. Just a great base runner.
Yeah.
Great base stealer, great base runner. Which sometimes are not the same thing.
Exactly correct. Curveball way outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Logan Vick. You don't want to walk this guy. You don't want to give him a free one. Bobby Brown mentioned the one thing Goldeyes pitchers have not been giving up this week are walks to his team. Swing and a miss. Fastball about 87 miles an hour from Kyle Anderson. Don't see that velocity much from Kyle. He was rearing back and letting that one go. 2 balls and a strike to Logan Vick. Another fastball on the corner. Quickly 2-2 to Logan Vick. If you can avoid the free ones, and tonight Kyle Anderson has avoided the free ones, only 1 walk allowed in this ball game, makes a big difference. Here's the pitch. Curve ball low, 3-2, count full to Logan Vick.
Yeah, and you mentioned at the time that looked like the old unintentional intentional walk as well.
He threw 4 pitches right out of the strike zone and hadn't done that all night. You're just not going to throw a fat one to lever at. 3-2 the count. And there's a fly ball to center field off the end of the bat. Reggie Abercrombie makes the remarkable catch that he didn't have to make. Looked great though.
He keeps himself in such great shape.
Oh, he's in tremendous shape.
35 years old. He's still moving as good as he did as a 25-year-old. To me, it looks like. Covers a lot of ground.
Extremely fast in the outfield. Gets a great jump on the ball. Has a great feel for the ball coming off the bat. A smart player. Here's Juan Martinez. First pitch is in there for a strike. Martinez has a hit in 2 trips. Singled in the second, was picked off first base, and then grounded out to third to end the 4th inning with a runner at second and 2 out. 2 strikes quickly from Kyle Anderson. 2 off-speed pitches. 0-2 to Juan Martinez, the shortstop, batting cleanup. That doesn't happen often. Anderson's pitch misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Martinez.
Well, we have seen it's been a bit of an adventure for him at short, though, today.
Yes. He may really be a corner infielder, for all we know. 1-2 the count to Martinez. Here's the pitch. And there's a line shot into right field. It'll be a base hit. Second hit of the night for Martinez. 4th of the game for Amarillo. And that brings up Dexter Kierstad, who came in as a 400 hitter. Now, to be fair, he came in after 35 at bats, just 9 ball games. But Kierstad is obviously dangerous. Bobby Brown thinks so. He's batting him 4th tonight. Runner at first and 2 away. Pitch by Anderson is high, ball 1.
Martinez doing a great job with the bat, obviously, with those 2 base hits. Oh, Luis Allen wants to talk about it. Something he didn't like.
Anderson had an 0-2 count on Martinez, throwing that 74-mile-an-hour curveball. And I think that Luis wants to go out and say that you don't have to throw a fastball on every pitch. The curveball works.
It's not often you see the manager coaching first base.
Not often. Usually they coach third. You're right. Anderson checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was the fastball again, but that was right down the middle. I think Luis just said, throw strikes to these guys. Most of them will get themselves out on soft fly balls. I've seen a lot of those tonight. A lot of fly balls that have not been particularly deep. 1-1 the count to Dexter Kierstad. It's foul back. 1-2. That was in on the hands of Kierstad. Was lucky to foul it off.
Got some action going here in the Goldeyes bullpen. I think it's Mark Pope. Haven't got a close enough look, but I believe that's him.
I think so.
25. Looks like his motion anyway.
Yeah. Off-speed pitch, chop foul. Kierstad didn't like it, but he had to swing at it. He couldn't let it go by. Three runs on 8 hits for the Goldeyes. No runs on 4 hits for Amarillo. 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner at first. And Anderson didn't like the bugs in his eyes. He steps off. We had a balk that scored a run last night. Don't see that very often. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, chopped to short. It'll be taken by Mazzola. What an arm. And he's safe at first. Mazzola thought he had him. Boy, that was a close one. Bobby Feaster at first base. Mazzola with a gun, and it's an infield single for Kierstad. A chopper to Mazzola.
High chopper, charged well, and it was right to allow Mazzola to step in front of Grider. Good throw across the diamond.
He beat it.
He did. It was bang bang, tied to the runner.
Jamie Vervilliers coming out to have a chat with Kyle Anderson, and Mazzola's enjoying the conversation. That was not Kyle Anderson's fault. He got Kierstad to hit a chopper. The problem is now he has to face Gartrell. And this could be 3-3 in a hurry.
And it's not like Mazzola misplayed it. He was playing back, he charged it, made a good throw across the diamond, but just great hustle for that infield single.
So 2 hits with 2 out here in the 6th inning, and here comes the very dangerous Stefan Gartrell. Here's Anderson's first pitch, swing and a miss. Gartrell way out in front of that curveball at 69 miles an hour.
Real good job of pulling the string. You know that Gartrell is going to try to hit one into the river here. Pulled the string on that curve.
Remember when we were saying in that Tiger game they're up 6-0, it wouldn't last? Baltimore now leads 8-6 in the 6th. There's one foul back onto the roof. No balls and 2 strikes to Gartrell, so 2 off-speed pitches have been good for Anderson, and 2 good pitches too.
Yeah, real good job of getting ahead and staying there. go up 0-2.
Gartrell is a big dude, 6'3", 230. "31 years old, Stefan Gartrell." Here's Anderson's pitch, and there's one drilled into the crowd, heads up. And again, another off-speed pitch, and Gartrell was way ahead. So no balls and 2 strikes to Stefan Gartrell. Runners at first and second, and 2 away. A solid single by Martinez and an infield hit by Kierstad. Anderson kicks, delivers, fastball on the corner, and it's ball 1. Wow, that was close.
Oh, sure was. Good pitch on the corner again, and with an 0-2 count, if you're going to throw a fastball to Gartrell, it better be away, because it's if on the inside part of the plate, and he can extend himself, could be in the river, laying beside the ball that Mazzola hit.
1-2 to Gartrell. Anderson checks the runner. Here's the big curveball, and Gartrell way ahead of that one. Drills it into the crowd.
Well, he knew it was coming, though. He definitely was sitting on it.
So 1-2 now to Gartrell. The Goldeyes infield is all back, almost on the grass. Cassio Greider's short is on the grass. 1-2 the count to the big guy, Stefan Gartrell. Here's the pitch. It's on the corner, and it's not. Oh, Anderson thought he had strike 3, and Henry Lemoyne would not pull the string. Wow.
Real good curveball here. That's around the plate. Luis Allen tried to frame it. Good call by Lemoyne, I think.
2-2 the count to Gartrell. Anderson kicks, delivers, and there's a shot into the gap. Getting back is Robinson, and he makes the catch. Great effort by Chris Robinson. Gartrell fires his helmet into the dirt, and Chris Robinson with a solid defensive play, showing his speed in the outfield, and the Goldeyes get out of the inning. Gartrell hit it hard, but let's have another look.
This ball is inches away from being a 2-run double, Scott. This ball is laced to right field, but Anderson gets a great read off the bat, is positioned well, and shows that great speed to track it down in right center field to prevent those 2 runs from scoring. That's an excellent defensive effort, and I believe that'll be the last pitch that Kyle Anderson throws in this contest.
Well, it probably will be, but he got him 6 innings, and that's all Rick Forney ever wants. He got him 6 shutout innings. Winnipeg still leads at 3-0. Great ball game in downtown Winnipeg tonight. It's Goldeyes baseball on Shaw.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Shaw TV.
Sometimes we all need our space. And that goes for recyclables too. Toss them loosely into the bin without stuffing containers into one another. For more recycling tips from Multi-Material Stewardship Manitoba, visit simplyrecycle.ca.
At every Goldeyes Sunday afternoon home game during the 2015 season, Fun Mountain Water Slide Park presents Fun Mountain Run the Bases. Every kid at every Sunday afternoon ball game this season is invited onto the field after the game to run the bases at Shaw Park with Goldie, Goldette, and Spike, the Fun Mountain mascot. That's every Sunday game this season. Run the bases at Shaw Park with your friends from Fun Mountain Water Slide Park. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Mom and son as concerned as anyone here in the ballpark.
I bet you the youngster's pretty happy about Russell Wilson locking
That's a
up.
lot of money, isn't it? That's $22 million a year.
Productive player?
I guess. He must be.
The salary cap is ridiculous in the NFL, but when you're rolling in the cash, that's how it gets distributed to the star players, I guess.
Here's Reggie Abercrombie to lead it off. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It's Abercrombie, Boyer, and Allen here in the 6th inning. Goldeyes trying to hold on to that 3-0 lead. I suspect we'll see Mark Pope in the 7th for Winnipeg. Pitch to Abercrombie in the dirt. 1-1, the count to Abercrombie, and there's a line shot in the left. Goldeyes comes on, makes the catch. Abercrombie hit it hard, but Jordan Goldeyes has done a great job in the left field playing these hitters perfectly.
Sure has. Pretty good. Looks pretty good out there for a catcher.
He looks very good out there.
No,
we got a couple of catchers in the outfield.
Exactly, and they're both doing a nice job.
Does that suggest that playing the outfield's easy? You were an outfielder.
I wouldn't say it's easy. You got to have good reads and you got to be able to get there. Shows that they're smart.
That was a shot at you, not at Chris Robinson and Jordan Goldeyes.
Well, I was a catcher back in the day too, so maybe that was
there you
part
go.
of it.
Yeah, you're right. First pitch by Larkins to Brad Boyer is in there for strike one.
Both of those catchers are pretty athletic, doing a nice job out there. Goldeyes did play some outfield for the Goldeyes as well,
and was very good. Pitch is high and inside. 1-1 to Boyer. Brad Boyer tonight grounded out to first and then was safe on a fielder's choice. 0 for 2. Larkins kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Boyer. Another Southern California. This team is loaded with Southern Californians. Boyer, Casey Harther. Tillman Pugh is from Oakland, which is the north. Ryan Babineau's from Rancho Cucamonga.
Great town.
Tony Smith's from 29 Palms. 1-2 the count. There's one the other way, and it's through for a base hit. Single the opposite way for Brad Boyer. First hit of the night for Brad. He's 1 for 3 now. Puts a runner at first with 1 away and brings up Luis Allen. Good bit of hitting by Brad Boyer.
Oh, absolutely. Pretty tough pitch here. Boyer goes the other way. Past the diving Ibarra, who made a great attempt.
We neglected to mention Mike Noteware from Glendale, California. So lots of Californians. Here's Luis Allen. We also have another Californian who actually calls himself a Winnipegger now, Brendan Lafferty.
Indeed.
Luis has singled and hit into a double play. 1 for 2. Boyer with a good lead. Here's the pitch to Luis. It's low, ball 1. Three runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Goldeyes. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Thunderheads, who once were the Sox. Pitch by Larkins is on the corner for strike. 1-1. Our hecklers are all over Hank Lamore.
Well, umpiring is a thankless job.
Thankless. The one thing you want to be as an umpire is invisible.
And even then it's tough.
1-1. There's a shot the opposite way. Handled by Leverett. He goes to second. Luis hustles to first. Good job by Boyer to take out the shortstop, Juan Martinez. So Allen is safe on the fielder's choice. Boyer is out first to short.
Good hard slide, Scott. Allen tried to poke it over the head of the first baseman, but was unable to do so. Real good, hard baseball play by Boyer. Goes in to break up a double play and is successful. First baseman Leverett had to wait a bit, but the shortstop had to wait until the pitcher got over to first. That's why he couldn't release the ball right away, but great job by Boyer on the takeout slide. Don't think they would have converted on the double play anyway.
Here's Ryan Babineau. He's 1 for 2. Singled back in the second, was thrown out at the plate. Beautiful throw by Goldeyes from left field. Swinging a foul, strike 1. He struck out back in the fourth. Babineau hitting .260 coming in. He's no home runs, 8 driven in. Pitch misses. 1-1 to Ryan Babineau. As we said, from Rancho Cucamonga. Played in Gary. Well known to the Goldeyes. 6'2", 215, 28 years old. There's a little pop fly. That's going to be a tough play. It is going to drop for a base hit. Luis Allen's going to go all the way to third. Babineau has to get back. was lucky to get back. He fell asleep, and a good throw from the right fielder, Logan Vick, almost got Babineau.
Flare by Babineau. Sneaks in. Real good job by Luis Allen with 2 outs to be on the move and get himself down to third base with Babineau, as you mentioned. Not paying full attention at first base. Nearly got picked off for the third out of the inning, but did manage to get back to the bag in time. Putting runners on the corners with 2 down for Casio Grider.
Grider's 0 for 1, has not put the bat to the ball tonight. He walked in the second, struck out in the fourth. Runners on the corners with 2 away. There's the pitch to Grider, and that's low for ball 1. Goldeyes lead at 3-0. We have now seen the Amarillo Thunderheads for 24 innings, and they've scored 1 run.
Oh, that would
none against the Goldeyes starters. That pitch misses. No, 2 balls and no strikes. Goldeyes starters have pitched 20 of those 24 innings.
Oh, we've talked about it all year long. The consistency has not been there from the starting pitching, and they're starting to get deeper into games, and giving the bullpen a bit of a breather is obviously something you're going to need down the stretch drive as well.
Pitch to Grider is a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike to Casio Grider. He wanted to hold up on that pitch and couldn't.
And as we mentioned before, Goldeyes has just been dominant against Amarillo, and when you're not able to score runs, you're not able to win ball games. It's a pretty simple formula.
Here's the pitch by Larkins. It's low and it's strike 2. Grider took a pass at it again.
Didn't agree.
He thought he'd held up, but there was no question in Hank Lemoyne's mind. 2-2, the count to Casio Grider. Larkins delivers. That just misses. 3-2, counts full to Grider. Adam Heisler, who was 2 for 3 in the ballgame, is on deck.
Although Larkins has given up the 10 hits, he's done a good job of keeping his club in the ballgame here. Still just a 3-0 deficit for the visitors.
He's done a tremendous job. He was unscathed over the last couple of innings. There's Larkins' pitch. And there's a ground ball up the middle soft. It's going to be a tough play for everybody. The throw to first doesn't get him. Grider beats it out. The run scores. The Goldeyes lead it 4-0. An infield single and an RBI for Casio Grider. And once that one got past the mound, you knew there was going to be trouble, and there was. Some 2-out magic for the Goldeyes.
Off the end of the bat, gets past Larkins, and as soon as it did that, you knew it was going to be an incredibly tough, if not impossible, play for Geraldo Valentin. He's able to get the throw there, but not in time to beat the speedy Grider, and sure enough, Grider gets himself an infield single and an RBI to boot.
Great job by Casio Grider, and a great job by the Goldeyes in this inning with 2 out to put another run on the board.
And only 1 hard hit ball by Boyer. Good takeout slide by Boyer, kept the inning alive. Good base running by Allen on the bloop from Babineau. And Grider, after getting to 2 strikes, hits one off the end of the bat for an infield single. Either way, it's a run scored.
Another thing the Goldeyes have been able to do this year is manufacture runs.
True.
That was getting rail-catted right there. Amarillo just got rail-catted by the Goldeyes, and that's something that Winnipeg has not been able to do all season long.
As we often say, they don't draw pictures on the scorecard.
Exactly right. That's a run. It's 4-0. Pitch by Larkins is in there for a strike. 1-1. Adam Heisler. Heisler singled in the first, singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. He has a run batted in. It's 2 for 3 in the ballgame. And he has Ryan Babineau out in second base. 4 runs on 11 hits for the Goldeyes. Here's Larkins' pitch. Off-speed pitch is flared. Here comes Goldeyes. Goldeyes hustling, and he'll make the catch. Jordan Goldeyes, with a lot of speed, is able to make the catch on that fly ball by Heisler, but the Goldeyes get a run. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 2 left. We'll go to the top of the 7th. It's Winnipeg 4, Amarillo 0. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
Catch the excitement of Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball live from Shaw Park on Shaw TV Channel 9. Go to shawtv.ca/Winnipeg for the complete telecast schedule. Saturday, August 15th at 6, your Goldeyes battle the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. Let's play.
Two great things happening right now on our Shaw TV broadcast. First, pictures from you on social media and our trivia question. Let's get to the pictures first. Let's take a look at some of your tweets that you've been sending us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and using the hashtag Let's Play WPG. First up, Ruben. Let's go Winnipeg Goldeyes. He's cheering on his team. Jeremy Nickerson is next. With that little guy, some face paint, maybe a temporary tattoo on the cheek of the kid. Gene is up next. Great night at the ballpark. They're enjoying themselves. Annette is also here enjoying the game. And one of our favorites, Curling Kyle, also in the house. Okay, let's get to our trivia question now. If you want to win tickets to a home game here at Shaw Park, here's the question. What year was Goldeyes general manager Andrew Collier named the Northern League Executive of the Year for the first time? If you know the answer, tweet us at Shaw TV Winnipeg using the hashtag Let's Play WPG, and you could find yourself in one of these seats. Back to you, Scott.
I know the answer to that question. Can I answer it? He never lets me answer it.
You can't win.
He never lets me answer it. There's a pitching change for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. You're looking at our good friend Mark Pope.
Scott Mark Pope, the right-hander, coming on for the 24th time this year. 1-2 record and a 6.25 earned run average. 31 2/3 innings pitched, 48 hits allowed, 27 runs, 22 of which are earned. Only 3 walks to go against 16 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .350 against the right-hander.
So Mark Pope will get the 7th inning. I suspect we'll see Lafferty in the 8th and Highland Piguero in the 9th would be my guess. Brendan Lafferty is up, wandering around out there. It's usually the way things work. Last night it was Brad Mincy, Rhett Varner, Brendan Lafferty, and Highland Piguero. So leading it off for Amarillo in the 7th inning will be the ever-dangerous Rene Leverett, followed by Geraldo Valentin, the second baseman, and then Christian Ibarra, the third baseman.
That bullpen's pretty fresh, though. A 2-day break, and then Nick Hernandez with a complete game shutout. So they did use the 4 men yesterday, but still pretty fresh overall, and that's something they're going to need down the stretch.
Goldeyes lead at 4-0. Mark Pope starts the 7th inning. First pitch to Leverett is low for ball 1. Rene Leverett struck out and walked. Struck out in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. Reached second when Amarillo loaded the bases in the 5th inning. There's Pope's pitch, way outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Rene Leverett. Goldeyes lead at 4-0. They have 11 hits. They've made an error. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Amarillo Thunderheads from the South Division. That South Division we don't see a lot. Wichita's leading it pretty much in a battle with Joplin and Laredo. 2 balls and no strikes. There's a ground ball deep at short to Cassio Grider. Grider with a long throw to Casey Arthur. And there's the first out of the 7th inning. Rene Leverett went casually down the first base.
That might have been full speed.
That might have been full speed.
Grider doing a nice job of identifying the base runner.
Exactly
though.
correct.
As you're going to see right here, he plays this one 2 steps onto the grass, but knows that with the base runner being Leverett, not having a ton of speed, he's got time to make a play over to first base. He hones in on the throw and makes a good one across the diamond.
So 1 away here in the 7th. And that brings up the number 8 hitter, Geraldo Valentin. First pitch is right down the middle, 91 miles an hour from Mark Pope for strike 1. Now there's nobody throwing in the Goldeyes bullpen. I wonder if Rick Forney's going to let Mark Pope have a couple of innings if he can get some outs here.
Leverett was having some fun with the cameramen before the game during batting practice.
Pitch way outside, 1-1.
Looking for a job for after baseball, maybe. Or maybe the off season. Some camera work.
One and one, the count to Geraldo Valentin. Goldeyes play Valentine straight away at every position. Here's Pope's pitch, and there's a line shot to Reggie Abercrombie. He was playing Valentine perfectly. 2 away here in the 7th. That brings up the number 9 hitter, the rookie, Christian Ibarra.
Again, very good positioning. It's a hard hit ball in this slider, but Abercrombie in perfect position hauls it in for the second out of the inning. It was Travis Goldeyes that was showing Rene Leverett the ropes there.
Travis is a tremendous cameraman.
Apparently he's taken 2 off the foot today, so I'm not
tough-
sure if he told him about the
game.
occupational hazards when he was talking with Rene Leverett before the contest.
Pope's pitch is high, ball 1. Christian Ibarra in tonight's game is 0 for 2. He flied out to left and flied out to left. Adam Heisler getting a little work from Ibarra tonight.
There's Travis giving us a wave.
Hey, Travis Goldeyes. Pope delivers, just misses. 2 balls and no strikes to Ibarra. Correct that, 1-0. Getting way ahead of myself here. Kid who played at Louisiana State University last season. Pope's pitch, that's high. There, we caught up. It's 2-0 now.
Exactly.
This is a guy you don't want to lose. Got to come in with some strikes now to Ibarra. A rookie comes into the game hitting 194. He's 0 for 2 already. That pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ibarra. Henry Lemoyne telling the folks in the press box, running the scoreboard, that it's 2-1. There's Pope's pitch, chop foul, 2-2. So Mark Pope comes back after giving up 2 pitches out of the strike zone to go to 2-0, come back quickly to 2-2.
I think John Jones is getting up in the Goldeyes bullpen.
The lefty, John Jones. Haven't seen him in Shaw Park yet. Be the first time for us in Shaw Park. Pitched in Kansas City last week on the road. And here's Pope's pitch, and it's chopped hard to Mazzola. Mazzola with the gun to Arthur, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Mark Pope. Good job in the 7th inning. Nothing across for the Amarillo Thunderheads. We go to the bottom of 7. Goldeyes still lead at 4-0. We're in downtown Winnipeg on a perfect night for baseball. And remember, we go at 6 o'clock tomorrow, 1:30 on Sunday, and 4 o'clock on Monday with the Kansas City T-Bones. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
Time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by the Dugout Souvenir Store. 2 locations right here in Shaw Park. Let's go down to the field. Goldette in the 7th inning stretch.
Everybody, you did great. Give yourselves a
Boy,
hand.
Anson Gabe was getting into it. That's the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by the Dugout Souvenir Store. 2 locations right here in Shaw Park. Chelsea's done a great job loading that store up, both on the concourse and on the main level here at Shaw Park. We got a pitching change for the Amarillo Thunderheads.
Richard Barrett, I believe, coming on.
It looks like
Scott.
number 20.
Yeah, Richard Barrett,
25. Richard Barrett. Tell us about Richard Barrett.
Well, he's been one of the busiest men in the bullpen, coming on for the 27th time for the Amarillo Thunderheads, Scott. He's got a .561 earned run average. 0-2 record. He does have 1 save, 25 2/3 innings pitched. 23 hits allowed, 16 runs, all of which are earned, 7 walks, 23 strikeouts, Opponents in just 245 against the right-hander.
Pitching change brought to you by Sean Demand. Richard Barrett, the new pitcher for Amarillo. I love that logo. You're right. That hat's got to be a bigger logo on it.
It's got to be upgraded.
Yeah, it's got to pop.
It's got some Texas Rangers qualities
Yeah,
on
it
the
does.
uni, though, for
It does.
sure. But
Absolutely.
you got to get a better lid on that,
Yeah.
I think.
Better hat.
We'll send a few suggestions in the
Why don't we?
suggestions box.
Send it to Bobby. And make some changes. Chris Robinson will lead it off. It'll be Chris Robinson, Casey Harther, and Josh Mazzola. Boy, it's amazing, isn't it, how much this game is about pitching? Goldeyes have had 3 great starts this week, find themselves in good position heading into the late innings. They weren't getting that earlier in the season.
Oh, not at all. And again, still a long way to go, but this is a team that identified the time of the year that they needed to make a run and give themselves a chance, and they've done that so far and starting to get a bit of a rally. You'd much rather be playing well in August than playing well in May and fading down the stretch.
Right. You're absolutely right.
We've often seen teams in the American Association and the Northern League that went wire to wire and were out in the first round, some of which were swept.
Some of which were the Winnipeg Goldeyes.
Well, sure, and I'm thinking of Fargo too. Teams that have won 50-plus games, you run into a wild card team that's been hot in August just to get in.
It happened last year to Winnipeg. It's hard to win in the playoffs. You just got to get there. And the year Winnipeg won in 2012, they were the wild card team.
Right.
They had nothing to lose in the playoffs and won 6 straight games.
Right, and both Fargo and Wichita that year were dominant clubs during the regular season.
There's a line shot the opposite way, but a good job out in right field by Logan Vick, who's had a tremendous series. Hit hard by Robinson, but Vick right there to make the play. One away here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll bring up Casey Harther.
A lot of good defensive efforts out there today. Like a couple web gems with some really steady play in the outfield tonight from both clubs.
Pitch to Harther, in there for a strike. 0-1 to Casey. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Single, scored a run. Grounded up second, grounded up short. Actually didn't really ground out to short. He had a line drive that was dropped. Kicked once. Picked up.
True.
I guess that counts as a ground ball at the end. Was Bob Euchre's theory on the knuckleball?
Modified ground ball.
Modified ground ball. Pitch to Harther is low. 2 balls and a strike. The theory on the catching the knuckleball:
let it stop.
watch it roll around until it stops and then pick it up and throw it back to the pitcher. Boston has a knuckleballer. Kid named Wright. There's a ground ball up the middle. Second hit of the night for Casey Harther. It's 2 for 3.
Stephen Wright, I think, isn't it?
Yes. So single for Harther. Puts a runner at first with 1 away, and here comes Josh Mazzola again. Mazzola could blow this thing wide open right here if he sees another fastball about knee high.
Yeah, that's what he got the last time. A fastball that caught a lot of the plate, and it was deposited over the left field wall.
Harther at first, 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Mazzola. It's high, ball 1. So Richard Barrett gives up a hit to Harther. 12th hit of the ball game for the Goldeyes. Reggie Abercrombie in the on-deck circle. There you look at Josh Mazzola. Winnipeg Goldeyes home run king. He fouls it off. Back out onto the promenade. We had bacon night here last night. Boy, was it fun.
Hey, everybody loves bacon.
Those bacon uniforms, players ate them up. 1-1 to Mazzola. A lot of Goldeyes Instagrams last night with those uniforms. There's one low, 2 balls and a strike to Josh. Mazzola tonight has a home run in 3 trips. 2-run blast in the third gave Goldeyes a 3-0 advantage. He grounded up to the pitcher in the first. Lined out to left field in the 5th. Great catch by Jordan Guida in left. That pitch is in there for a strike. Slow curveball. 2-2 to Mazzola. Mazzola is 5 ahead of Dustin Geiger, the number 2 in home runs in this league. Barrett's pitch, and it's popped up a mile in the air. Easy play for Valentin, the second baseman. 2-way, and that'll bring up Reggie.
Abercrombie hit the ball hard in his last at bat. Has himself a base hit as well tonight.
It's a single in 3 trips, struck out in the first. Single in the third, and then hit a line shot that Gaida made a great catch. I got Dustin Geiger on there.
Indeed.
Harther at first, 2-way. We're in the bottom of 7. Here's the pitch by Barrett. Swing and a miss. Reggie was thinking about the river. With the police helicopter over top of the ballpark, I think Reggie wanted to hit it. 0-1 to Reg. Barrett delivers. Slow curve. Hit foul, hit hard foul. Quickly, 2 strikes on Abercrombie. Fireworks tonight at the ballpark, as there seems to be every night we do a Shaw broadcast. Mike Valente always gets to interview somebody with the fireworks.
Blasting in the background.
Blasting in the background. Here's Barrett's pitch, foul back. Abercrombie stays alive. Reggie was in Sussex County before he came to the Goldeyes in the Can-Am League. Said it was okay except for one thing. Every time they went on a road trip, they had to check out of their hotel. Then they had to check back in when they returned.
Also, he's disappointed to see his longtime manager, Steve Shirley, get fired.
Right, he didn't like that much. And Brent Matheny, a former Goldeye, took over as the manager of the club.
But that was the biggest reason that Abercrombie went to Sussex County.
Exactly.
Played for Shirley for a long time in Sioux Falls. But he's happy to be back with the Goldeyes. Had a good chat with Reggie earlier this week.
He's having fun, isn't he?
Sure is. Got a feature on him in the Winnipeg Sun tomorrow.
There goes the runner. Reggie fouls it off. Rick Forney sending Casey Harther on an 0-2 count. Trying to get something going. I think he's starting to get the feeling down in his third base coaching box that things have slowed down. Got to get the crowd back into it, make something happen.
They did a good job of tacking on that run in the 6th, but again, the more breathing room, the better if you're a member of the Goldeyes club.
Pitch is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Reg. You can never be too far ahead.
And again, it's just all about good habits. We talked about getting into the playoffs, and whether the Goldeyes get in or not, you want to be having good habits when you play down the stretch run, because if you happen to advance in September, you're going to have to tack on runs. You're going to have to win tight ball games. And as Rick Forney told me earlier this week, the Goldeyes have been pretty mediocre in one-run games this year. It's one of the reasons they find themselves below 500. Can't be giving extra outs. You can't be making errors. You can't be making base running blunders.
1-2 to Reggie. Harther at first. 2 away. We're in the bottom of 7 on a perfect night for baseball. One and 2 the count. It misses outside. 2-2 to Reg.
Good plate discipline right there. You knew he wanted to swing, but he does a nice job of holding up.
That was way outside. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Big hop. They'll get Harther at second base, and that'll do it. Hit hard. And the Goldeyes are done in the 7th. No runs and a hit, no errors, 1 left. We'll go to the 8th inning. And we're going to see a brand new pitcher when the 8th inning starts. Goldeyes lead at 4-0. Beautiful downtown Winnipeg on a gorgeous night for baseball. It's Goldeyes baseball, and it's live on Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
All right, we are here with Gene and Nathan, tonight's winners of our social media photo contest. Congratulations, guys. You guys are going to be going to the August 2nd game this weekend, actually, for the long weekend. Nathan, I understand you've had a pretty lucky night tonight.
Yeah.
What kind of things have you won?
Ice cream, food.
And now a pair of tickets. And your favorite player is?
Reggie Abercrombie.
He's having a great night tonight. And also, you play baseball yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
Enjoying that? What positions do you play?
Pitcher in center field.
You're an all-around all-star.
Yep.
And you're going to be back at the park this Sunday. Gene, I understand you guys come to Goldeyes games all the time?
Yeah, we've had Mini Pack for about 10 years, and we go to a few other games as well.
Well, I wish you guys the best of luck in enjoying your experience this Sunday for the Goldeyes here at Shaw Park. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Scott.
Thank you very much, Mike Valente. Congratulations to our winners tonight. They look like they're having fun at the ballpark, and mini pack holders, gotta like that. Brand new pitcher for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Tell us about John Jones.
John Jones, the left-hander, joined the club on that last road trip, Scott. He's going to make his 4th appearance with the Goldeyes, no record. No earned runs allowed. One inning pitched. Faced 3 batters, got them all out. On the season overall, 0-2, 618 earned run average, 15 appearances, including 4 starts, 27 and 2/3 innings, 31 hits, 19 earned runs allowed, 17 walks, 22 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .279 against John Jones in his 3 stops this season.
So John Jones, here in the 8th inning, will face the top of the order for Amarillo. He'll get Jordan Guida, Corey Bass, and Logan Vick. So here's Jordan Guida, who's had a real good game in the field. John Jones is from Lakeland. There you go. I have friends in Lakeland.
Beautiful place to watch a ball game in March.
Joker Marchant Stadium. So Jones will face Guida. Guida's 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch by Jones is high for ball 1. John Jones, 25 years old, 6'4", 215. There's a pitch high again. Low 90s, but both of them high out of the strike zone. Guida grounded out to short, flied out to center, and grounded up to second. Pitch by Jones. It's high again. 3-0, 3 fastballs high, missing the zone.
That'll prompt a
Brendan Lafferty to get up by the looks of it. No, gonna have the right-hander. Looks, is that Nowhere or Rhett Varner? I think it's Rhett Varner. There's a pitch right down the middle. Three and 1, the count to Guida. Jones gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and he misses. He walks Guida, the leadoff man, here in the 8th.
Nothing frustrates a pitching coach or a manager.
Or a manager, more than that. So here's Corey Bass. Bass is 0 for 3. He grounded out to short, flied out to center, and he flied out to right in 3 trips. Bass came in, hitting .250. There's a strike right down the middle. No home runs, 13 runs batted in. That average has dropped to .245 with an 0 for 3 slate tonight. Jones checks the runners. Here's the pitch. That's high. Wild high from John Jones.
He's having trouble finding the release point here so far. No trouble with the velocity, but
no, he throws hard.
Got to hit the glove. The target, if you will.
Crowd quiet. It's been a great crowd tonight. But now as we get into these late innings, the Goldeyes cling to this 4-0 lead. I wouldn't normally call it clinging, but at some point in time, you got to figure Amarillo's going to score a run. There's a swing and a miss on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball from John Jones. The count goes to 2-2 on Corey Bass.
Bobby Brown certainly thinks his team is due to break out.
Bass digs in. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And there's a swing and a foul tip. That hurt Luis Allen. He goes for a walk. There you see Bobby Brown.
Changes positioning. Maybe he just went to first to try to change the luck of his club when he was coaching first. Now he's back in the dugout in his familiar position. Luis Allen took that one off the inside of the foot, and maybe just a little bit of a delaying tactic here.
There's nobody tougher in baseball than Luis Allen. Boy, he takes shots in some of the worst spots.
But that's why Lemoyne went out to the mound, just to buy a little bit of time for the Goldeyes catcher, who took this foul ball off the inside of the arm, it looked like, and off the chest protector. But it's part of that caught a position or place on the body that had no padding.
Curveball. Oh, that's in there for strike 3. It took a minute for Henry Lemoyne to tell the crowd that it was strike 3.
Real good pitch.
Very little
right
doubt
here,
about it. That was a great pitch.
Real good looping curveball. Nothing but plate on that one. Great bender from Jones, and he secures the out.
Good effort by John Jones to get the number 2 hitter, Corey Bass. And here comes Logan Vick. Vick has been good. He has a single in 3 trips tonight. First pitch is lined to Cassio Grider. What a catch! He'll fire back to first for the double play from his knees. What a play by Cassio Grider! My goodness! A line drive back to first for a double play. Let's have another look at this spectacular play by Cassio Grider.
Flare to short, Scott, and Grider just makes a fantastic diving stab and gets it over to first base to secure the double play. Real good defensive effort by the Goldeyes to get out of the inning.
Outstanding effort by the Goldeyes. Cassio Grider to get out of the 8th. They still lead it 4-0. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
I can't be with someone if every time they walk out the door, I don't know if I'm gonna see them again. Promise me it'll come back.
I promise. I just don't know how to make this work.
I can't do this anymore.
Love requires sacrifice. But it's worth it.
Back here at Shaw Park, you know, we've already announced our winner for our Twitter contest, but the pictures keep rolling in. Let's take a look at some more right here on our Shaw TV broadcast. First up, Shaw TV Dryden volunteer Chami Johnson is enjoying the game. Also, Deanne Crothers is here. My daughter was pretty happy to get a ball from Rhett Varner tonight at the Winnipeg Goldeyes game. And our last picture we're going to show, it was bacon night here at Shaw Park last evening, and it clearly hasn't affected the performance of the Goldeyes here tonight. And before we get back to you, Scott, we want to ask the trivia question one more time for our home viewers. And that trivia question is, what year was Goldeyes General Manager Andrew Collier named Northern League Executive of the Year for the first time? If you know the answer, tweet us at Shaw TV Winnipeg using the hashtag Let's Play WPG for your chance to win. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you very much, Mike Valenti. We got a brand new pitcher for the Amarillo Thunderheads. There you see Cassio Grider with maybe the play of the year. That might have been the play of the year at shortstop to pull off the double play. So the brand new pitcher for the Amarillo Thunderheads is Matt McCormick. What can you tell us about Matt?
Yeah, the left-hander Scott coming on for just the second time as a member of the Thunderheads. No record, 6.23 earned run average, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. He has surrendered 8 hits.
So McCormick will face the bottom of the order. Brad Boyer, Luis Allen, Ryan Babineau, Cassio Grider. And Boyer pops it up. Ibarra is at third. Got a beat on it in foul territory. Makes the catch. 1 pitch from McCormick and a foul out by Brad Boyer. That'll bring up Luis Allen.
Well, McCormick's last outing did not go so well, Scott, if he gave up those 8 hits and walked 2 batters. But gets himself off to a good start here. Boyer with the foul out to third for the first start of the inning.
Here's Luis Allen. Luis tonight has a hit in 3 trips, but he's been on base twice and scored 2 runs. So 2 of the Goldeyes' 4 runs scored by Luis Allen. Allen came in hitting .281. That average has gone up to .288 tonight. First pitch by McCormick is right down the middle for strike 1. Luis, one of a long line of great Venezuelan ball players. Luis fouls it off at the plate. 2 strikes quickly from Matt McCormick.
I have to think that the addition of Ryan Babineau has helped Luis Allen stay a little bit fresher during the
I think it has
stretch drive.
It's nice to have a catcher with experience. For so long, the Goldeyes have used the rookie spot for a backup catcher.
Sure.
And now with a veteran there, it's really helped them. And then Luis has played some first base, and Casey Arthur's moved around. It's been a good opportunity for everybody. Pitch by McCormick is lined the other way. That could drop. It will for a base hit. Logan Vick goes over and gets it. It's a single for Allen the opposite way. The second hit of the night for Luis. Good night for Luis Allen. And here comes the number 8 hitter, Ryan Babineau, who's 2 for 3. You mentioned it earlier. The one thing about the Goldeyes recently is that the bottom of the order has been getting on base. It's allowed Adam Heiser to knock in a lot more runs, but the bottom of the order has done a great job over this last week.
Oh, no question about it. And again, your table setters generally come from the top of the order to give your guys in the meat of the order a chance to drive in runs, but Goldeyes have done a nice job of flipping that order over, and that's only available to them if the guys at the bottom of the order are getting on base and being productive.
First pitch, the change to Babineau. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 13 hits now for the Goldeyes tonight. McCormick checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's way inside. Good job by Corey Bass, the catcher, to guarantee that that didn't go to the backstop.
Real good block.
Rhett Varner still up throwing for the Goldeyes. McCormick goes to first base, and Luis has to dive back.
Got to stay sharp. Maybe you heard the slide of the game is still available.
Oh, Grider's not going to get slide of the game for that diving slide that he made for that catch?
Oh, it's definitely a candidate.
That's my vote. No question.
Would that be a spoiler alert or?
One and one, the count to Babineau. I don't know if it's a spoiler alert, but
giving
that's
away
just
all
my
my
pick.
material here. You're giving away all my material.
You pick. I don't pick. You pick.
I was joking about Allen.
Is Sioux Falls leading Kansas City 6-1 right now?
They are.
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice to see the Canaries knock them off and have it 6 games when they come to town on Saturday? Nice. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Babineau. In order for that to happen, though, the Goldeyes have got to get through the next inning. It's on the corner. Babineau not happy, but it's 2-2. Hank Lemoyne, the umpire behind the plate tonight. Bobby Feaster at first and Kyle Galuba at third. McCormick kicks and delivers. That's low and outside. Counts full to Ryan Babineau.
Goldeyes haven't been getting a whole lot of help on the out-of-town scoreboard, but if Sioux Falls hangs on, that would definitely intensify the weekend set.
Boy, would it ever. Foul back. Off-speed pitch. Babineau kept his hands back, just didn't get it. Allen at first, one away. Counts full to Ryan Babineau. Here's the pitch by McCormick. It's in the dirt, and it's ball 4. So Babineau draws the walk. Allen goes on to second, puts runners at first and second with one away, and here's Cassio Grider. Grider's 1 for 2. He has an infield single and an RBI. He's walked, struck out.
Corey Bass was encouraging his teammates to play on. He thought there might have been able to get the check swing call at first to maybe secure a double play on Luis Allen as the ball beat him to second base, but it was ball 4.
Runners at first and second with one away. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Cassio Grider with an opportunity to add to this lead for the Goldeyes. Here's McCormick's first pitch. It's right down the middle for a strike.
Brett Varner now warming in the Goldeyes bullpen, Scott, the right-hander. Not only does he give a ball to the young child, but might get some action in this contest.
He pitched well last night.
Throws hard.
He's been a good pitcher for them. Luis gets back to second base.
Yeah, the staff has been in flux quite a bit this year, Scott, but the bullpen seems to be sort of settling into their roles, and starters have been a lot more consistent here of late.
It helps when the starters are consistent, and they've been working quickly. First pitch to Grider, or second pitch to Grider rather, outside for 1-1.
Yeah, not surprisingly, when that happens, the team defense behind them improves. They sort of go hand in hand.
I'm sorry, Cassio Grider was 1 for 7 in the series coming into tonight's game. He's now 2 for 9. But a big opportunity here for him with a base hit. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Great pitch by McCormick. Count goes to 1-2. Four runs, 13 hits, and an error for the Goldeyes. No runs on 5 hits for the Amarillo Thunderheads. What a gorgeous moon out over the center field fence. Spectacular. Weather here, just beautiful tonight. Pitch by McCormick, swing and a miss. Great pitch by McCormick. That does it for Grider. Strikes out for the second time tonight. And we'll go to the top of the order at Adam Heisler.
You said it, Scott. That's just an outstanding pitch of the off-speed variety right there to sit Grider down and bring Heisler to the plate.
Adam Heisler came in as the Goldeyes leading hitter, hitting .333. He is 2 for 4 tonight with a run batted in. A couple of singles early in the ballgame in the first and second innings. Struck out in the fourth and flied out to left field. A little flare. Good job by Gaida, who has been tremendous in the field all night. So McCormick to face Heisler. 2 out. Runners at first and second. McCormick checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. The calm before the storm. Archangel fireworks coming up right after the ballgame. Look at that moon. That is sensational. Off-speed pitch popped up. Great pitch by McCormick. Ibarra's at third base. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it for the Goldeyes in the 8th. No runs on 1 hit. There was a walk, 2 men left. We'll go to the 9th. The Winnipeg Goldeyes have a 4-0 lead. There it is. Thanks, Roman. Nice work.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Time now for the slide of the game, brought to you by Manitoba Public Insurance. Don't let distracted driving take you out of the game. Texting and driving is illegal and could cost you a $200 fine, 5 demerits, or your life. please don't text and drive. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance and your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Give us the slide of the game, Ken Weed.
Well, Scott, Jordan Guida has the honorable mention, but here with Logan Vick at the plate, a line shot to short, and Cassio Greider goes into the hole, makes the diving stab, and from his knees, if you will, if not his full belly, he whips it over to first to Casey Arthur, and that is our slide.
The slide was impressive, but the throw to first was even more impressive.
And it had to take a sensational play to knock Jordan Guida out of the top spot because he made that outstanding diving grab in left field earlier.
That's our slide of the game, brought to you by Manitoba Public Insurance and your Winnipeg Goldeyes. We have a brand new pitcher for the Goldeyes, and it's Rhett Varner. Tell us about Rhett.
Yeah, the hard-throwing right-hander Scott, no record, 4.32 earned run average, coming on for the 20th time as a member of the Goldeyes and 28th time overall. 16 and 2/3 innings with the Goldeyes, 17 hits allowed, 9 runs, 8 of which are earned. He's walked 8, struck out 13, and opponents hitting .266 against him as a member of the Fish.
So Rhett Varner comes in for this 9th inning. It is not a save situation. The Goldeyes have a 4-0 lead. And Varner has a tough assignment. This is not easy. It's the middle of the lineup. The number 4 hitter, Juan Martinez. The number 5 hitter, Dexter Kierstad. And the number 6 hitter, the big guy, Stefan Gartrell. Rene Leverett will follow him. So this is going to be a tough go for Rhett Varner here in the 9th inning, as the Goldeyes have a 4-0 lead and are on the verge of sweeping Amarillo for their 6th straight victory. Right now, Kansas City is losing 6-1 to Sioux Falls, and the Goldeyes could cut that lead in the wild card to 6 games, with Kansas City coming to town this weekend, and the Goldeyes have already won 3 straight from Kansas City.
Well, that's a huge mental advantage going into the weekend, and for the Goldeyes, again, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but on a night like this, if you can get through this game without using Highland Piguero and Brendan Lafferty, you have your 2 back-end stoppers at full rest and then some with the Kansas City T-Bones coming to town. That would be a huge lift for this Goldeyes club, and especially their bullpen.
So here's Juan Martinez to lead it off here in the 9th to face Rhett Varner. Varner gets the sign from Allen, kicks and delivers, and it's high for ball 1. Varner has been solid. He was very good last night. Came in, pitched an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, struck out 1. Here's Varner's pitch. It's fouled off the mask of the umpire. And Hank Lemoyne took that one. Now, Hank's about as tough as it gets. Here's a guy who's 60, and he still plays a little bit of basketball in town. He is in tremendous shape. Says he's okay. He was a great ball player in his day, member of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame. Hey, congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
Getting into the Hall.
Stonewall Blue Jays, that was all they're doing.
Well, I always say the same thing for the Giroux A's, but I'll take my trophy. Thank you.
Foul. Oh, that had to hurt.
Yeah, it did.
Sometimes those glancing blows are the tougher ones.
Oh, yeah, they're the worst. Tremendous athlete. And I wouldn't say in his day, because his day's still with us. Hank Lemoyne, great basketball player, tremendous baseball player. Outstanding athlete, Hank. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch from Varner fools Martinez. As we mentioned earlier, kind of an odd situation. He's shortstop batting cleanup.
Indeed. Varner hasn't allowed a run in his last 5 appearances. Really settling into a groove here.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Martinez. Varner kicks, delivers, misses outside. 2-2.
Varner had parts of 3 seasons at AAA in the Miami Marlins organization. Spent the past 5 seasons with them before starting the year with the Laredo Lemurs before joining the Goldeyes via trade.
He has been a tremendous addition to this ball club. 2-2 the count to Martinez. Varner, off-speed pitch grounded to Greider at short. He handles it, fires it across to Arthur, 1 away in the 9th. Now it starts to get interesting. You get the number 5 hitter, Dexter Kierstead. Let's have another look at this.
Good job again by Varner. Pitches up probably a little higher in the zone than he would have liked, but induces the easy routine grounder to short. A little bit of a high throw, but Arthur hangs in there and hauls it in for the first out of the 9th.
So here's Kierstead. Came in hitting .400. He is 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch by Varner, swing and a miss. Change up. Fools Kierstead. 1 strike. It's Varner's pitch, and there's a long fly ball. This is hit a ton. It is gone. A home run for Dexter Kierstead. And Amarillo gets on the board, a solo shot here in the 9th. Kierstead got all of that, and this home run is brought to you by Home Run Sports. Home Run Sports brings us the home runs all season long. A solo blast by Kierstead here in the 9th to make it 4-1. So much for Rhett Varner and 5 straight appearances without giving up a run. Kierstead teed off on that one.
Well, it's launched, but this guy is a good hitter, Scott. Already his 3rd home run in just 10 games with Amarillo. Jumped on a pitch up in the zone and drilled it to left field over the head of Adam Heiser.
Here comes Gartrell. He's capable of hitting it in the river, too. First pitch to Gartrell, and he tried. A fastball at 93, and Gartrell had a rep for strike 1.
Hey, he doesn't get cheated.
No, he does not. That shot by Kierstead woke everybody up. Wow, 4-1. Varner's pitch fouled off, and quickly Varner gets ahead 0-2.
And it got Highland Peguero up in the Goldeyes bullpen.
Did. Well, we said this is a tough part of the lineup. You can't make a mistake, and that was a mistake by Varner up in the zone. Kierstead got it all. 2 strikes now to Gartrell. Here's swing and a miss. He struck him out. Great pitch by Rhett Varner to get Gartrell. Boy, you get a dangerous hitter like that who's had a double in 3 trips coming up. Get him to strike out for the 2nd time tonight. 2 away, and now comes Leverett.
Again, you never want to give up a home run, Scott, but better than the walk in this situation. When you have a 4-run lead, challenge the hitter. If he beats you with your best,
you're right.
No big deal. Would you prefer a shutout? Of course, but Varner in that situation challenged the hitter and lost, but came right back with a strikeout.
I agree with you completely. Come in and challenge these guys. If he hits it out of the park, good for him. First pitch by Varner misses. Ball 1 to Rene Leverett. Leverett tonight struck out in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, and grounded out to short in the 7th. And that was heck of a ground out. It was a ground out 2 steps back onto the grass. Greider had to make a long throw. 1 ball and no strikes. Varner, it's a fly ball the opposite way. Foul into the bullpen of the Amarillo Thunderheads, and it's 1-1. Greatest job in the world. Relief pitcher in baseball. Greatest job in the world. See those guys out
Depends
there?
on the night, I think.
See those guys? Joy of the evening.
Depends on the night and depends on what team you're playing for, but it is a pretty good one, no doubt about it.
1 ball and 1 strike to Leverett. Varner gets the sign from Allen. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip. And again, Luis Allen takes one. But Varner now with a 1-2 count ahead of the hitter. The Goldeyes 1 strike from their 6th straight victory. 1 strike from perhaps pulling within 6 games of Kansas City in the wild card race with 5 weeks of baseball left. Crowd's tremendous tonight. Fireworks coming up. Could this be the final pitch? Varner steps off. Time is called. As the crowd gets into it, the ever-dangerous Rene Leverett. digs in. Varner gets his sign from Allen. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball to Greider at short. He handles it. Fires across to first. Leverett will be tagged out, and that'll do it. The Winnipeg Goldeyes have swept the Amarillo Thunderheads. The final score tonight, Winnipeg 4, Amarillo 1. For the Goldeyes, 4 runs on 13 hits and an error. For Amarillo, 1 run, that home run in the 9th inning on 6 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher tonight, Kyle Anderson. The loser is Matt Larkins. The Goldeyes could be just 6 games out of the lead in the wild card hunt. We'll be back with the Shaw On Demand postgame show right after this. The final score once again, the Goldeyes 4, the Thunderheads 1. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the great Guy Chambers.
Lordy, Lord, have mercy on my ovaries.
First time in India?
No, it's just pretty much a dream until now.
Any other dreams I could help you with?
You should marry that girl. I want to.
Sometimes it seems to me that the difference between what we want and what we fear is the width of an eyelash.
Catch the excitement of Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball live from Shaw Park on Shaw TV Channel 9. Go to shawtv.ca/Winnipeg for the complete telecast schedule. Saturday, August 15th at 6, your Goldeyes battle the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. Let's play.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Shaw Park. The Winnipeg Goldeyes have defeated the Amarillo Thunderheads 4-1. For the Goldeyes tonight, 13 hits and a great win by Kyle Anderson, Kenny Wiebe. They were outstanding tonight, and welcome to the Shaw On Demand postgame show.
Oh, pretty impressive appearance overall. You knew that the Thunderheads were going to be trying to battle through here and try to salvage something from this series, but the Goldeyes put together their 6th consecutive victory, longest of the season, by doing everything you need to do in order to be a successful ball club. Excellent starting pitching, solid relief play, very good defensive efforts all around, and the bats were timely, and they got some power as well from Josh Mazzola. So very impressive job all around.
Big win tonight. The Goldeyes win 7-0, 4-1, and 4-1. Let's go down to field level. For tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Shaw Direct. Mike Valente, who is your player of the game?
Our Shaw Direct player of the game is Kyle Anderson. Kyle, 6 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, only a walk. One of your better performances this season. How did you feel out there? Oh, there it is. How do you feel now?
No, I feel good.
So you had a shower already, so how do you feel?
I feel good.
Good outing for you.
Yeah, it was good to get the win. You know, we'd won 5 in a row. We're just trying to keep it rolling, get back within contention, you know, and try to get a spot in the playoffs. And, you know, that's what we got to do. It starts with the starting pitching. You know, we got to come out and throw strikes. We got to, you know, get ahead of hitters and basically set the tone for our team.
That's 6 wins in a row for this Goldeyes team, the best streak of the season, obviously, so far. When you know, we're watching the game from the broadcast booth, obviously, from the stands. There's a feeling in the stands that this team is really clicking right now. Is it the same in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got a good group of guys. We're just a little sloppy in the beginning of the year, but you know, we got talent, and we're starting to put it together. We're clearly playing better baseball, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. And you know, everyone's starting to loosen up a little bit. You know, and once you start winning everything, you know, everyone relaxes a little more, and you kind of get that good feeling. And we come out and we expect to win. So you know, things are starting to click, and we went there and took 3 of 4, which was huge. I mean, like I said, it starts with the starters. We got to come out and we got to put up zeros on the board, and our hitters will do their thing, just like they've been doing. Our defense will do their thing. But you know, we can't change anything right now. We got to just kind of build off what we got going. We got a little bit of momentum, and we just got to run with it.
Thanks very much, Kyle.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Back to you, Scott. I'm going to get a towel.
Thank you very much, Mike Valente. Yeah, dry yourself off, and good stuff for Kyle Anderson, our Shaw Direct player of the game. Ken Wiebe will go to you now. Our Shaw play of the game. You could have picked a number of them. I will guess. No, I'll leave it to you. It's brought to you by Go Winnipeg. Tell us who your play of the game is.
Yeah, lots of web gems defensively, Scott, but let's go to the offense. With a 1-run lead, Josh Mazzola stepped to the plate with Casey Harther on first, and he got a pitch from Lark up in the zone from Larkins and crushes it for his league-leading 17th home run of the season. That's our play of the game.
No doubt about it. That's what I was going to guess, by the way.
I knew you would.
Josh Mazzola with our play of the game brought to you by Go Winnipeg. I'll tell you what, Josh Mazzola now with 67 home runs in his career here in Winnipeg. He is the home run king of this ball club. And if you get a chance, come on out this weekend and watch Josh Mazzola play. The Goldeyes this weekend play the Kansas City T-Bones. Kansas City now trailing 6-1 against Sioux Falls. If they lose that game, the Goldeyes will pull within 6 games of Kansas City in the race for the wild card spot, and they play 3 straight. Tomorrow night at 6, Sunday at 1:30, and then Monday a special 4 o'clock start time on Holiday Monday right here at the ballpark. 3 wins on the weekend, and wow, we've got a race for that wild card spot. So it's starting to get exciting as August comes around. On behalf of Ken Wiebe, I'm Scott Taylor. This is the Shaw On Demand post-game show. Mike Valente, take us home.
With the fireworks going on behind me, what a great Friday night here at Shaw Park. The final score once again 4-1 for your Goldeyes over the opposing team, obviously, that I can't remember. I got too much water in my ear right now. The Thunderheads, of course. 4-1 victory. The Kansas City T-Bones, the next team to come into Shaw Park. That starts tomorrow to kickstart this holiday weekend for a 3-game set. For our entire Shaw Mobile crew, Scott Taylor and Ken Wiebe, good night from Shaw Park.